All right, everybody, how are we doing? We are right on time, and also Billy I'm misreading this. Billy Tetemir, welcome to Pirate King tier. Thank you very much for joining. Thanks for the support, man. Um, yeah, appreciate it. Thank you, and yeah, I guess let's just say that today I'm on time for you, specifically because of you. I appreciate it. So close to 150 points, and yet so far. So close and yet so far. Interesting. Isn't that interesting? Let me see this real quick. Ah, shit. Um. Sorry. Okay, there we go. All right, we're good. We're good. We're rolling. All right, everybody. Why not late? Because I'm never late. Because it just doesn't happen. Me being late was just something that you guys, it was like propaganda that you guys pushed for years, but now it's finally being proven false. It's finally being proven false. All right, here we go. So today we're doing a fun stream. I liked the idea that we did that other time of constructing the perfect pirate crew. So today we're going to be doing two things. Morj, pink looks good on you. Thank you. But this is actually salmon. Never say it's pink again. I'm just kidding. I'm pretty sure it is pink. Or maybe it's salmon. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. We are going to be we're going to be doing two things. All right. So first of all, how do I say this? Have you guys seen like those NBA shorts? You guys probably haven't seen those NBA shorts, but it's like somebody rolls a wheel and you're trying to collect skills of different abilities till you get somebody who's better than like, let's say you're trying to construct a player who's better than LeBron James. So you can roll a wheel like several times to collect skills of different players till you've got somebody that's better than LeBron, or you basically lose. So we're going to do two things, all right? We're going to do two things. Here, let me explain. Because I had fun doing the previous time where we were creating the perfect crew or the strongest crew possible. So we're going to do two things here, all right? One, we're going to do a wheel version. What do I call this? Creating strongest One Piece character, all right? So one, we're going to do a wheel version. Is this still going to, if I screen share, is it going to show the correct screen? No, it still fucking shows the screen. I don't know how to fix that, but I think it's fine, honestly. Why did this lose focus? Here we go. Let me explain to you guys how this works. All right, let me explain to you guys. So, we're going to do one wheel version, which is basically like we are going to, round one, create a character with random rolls who can defeat Kaido. All right, that's going to be our goal. Here. So that's round one. And we're going to be, we can talk the criteria a little bit. First, let's get the stream likes up to 100, or at least 50, because I'm on time. I think that's worth something, right? So basically the way it's going to work is, actually I want this to be bigger. Yeah, the way it's going to work is we've got our criteria, right? Well, let me post what round two is. Round two is creating the strongest One Piece character ever. To create the strongest One Piece character by created the strongest One Piece character, no limits. All right, there we go. So, but round one is basically going to work like this. Round one is simply, we're going to have the same criteria both times. Camera's blurry. It should be fixed. Let me see it again. What is going on? I think it's just not focused. Is it not focused? Okay, hold on. So it should be able to focus to me. Why is it doing this? Hello? don't know how to fix this. I think it's just a focus thing, because if I put my finger up here, it's pretty focused. Then I move this back. Come on, camera. Come on, figure it out, man. Shit. That is frustrating. I don't know what the immediate fix for this is. I'm gonna be honest, I might just be blurry this stream. I might be blurry. As long as everything else is fine, we should be okay, right? I gotta record a sponsorship after this stream, so that's gonna be an issue. I might have to just fuck with it a little bit. But that's an off-stream thing. I cannot figure out camera shit on the fly that well. What if I just turn this off and on? Nah. I don't think that's a solution. Ah, shit. Yeah, I think this is a focus thing. Hold on. Because this can be focused. It should autofocus. It's not autofocusing. If I move this mic forward, does it focus on the mic? God damn it. I might just have to be blurry for this. I might have to be blurry. Because it's blurry right now, I think, unfortunately, you guys can't see the beautiful posters in the background, so I have to pull them up for you. We've also got clothing, obviously. So let's take a look real quick here. We got the Heaven and Hell bundle. I love this bundle, obviously. I think that the posters... I think the posters have gotten cooler and cooler, in my opinion, as time has gone on. Here, take a look. So I personally feel like this batch is some of the most fantastic islands in One Piece, or some of the most special islands in One Piece. Because we got Laugh Tale here, we got Morj, and then we got God Valley. And I think the God Valley depiction, this is my personal favorite from the batch. And then, of course, Impel Down, everybody's favorite. Or at least everybody's top 5, top 10, or something like that. I'm not going to restart stream. It's not a focus thing. I think it's a focus thing. I think it's the camera being unfocused. I can try messing with it with here. Maybe it's not a focus thing. Let me try rubbing the camera lens, just because if I move the pen, was it like that from the start of stream? Let me see. Oh my god, this is just, it is really, really, hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys. Let's see. In the meantime, yeah, okay. We got reinforcements coming in a second. Let's see. Yeah, we will get to the main event in a second here. Okay. Yeah. This will work? Okay. On this? Okay. Okay, let's see. All right, we're going to try lens cleaner. All right, don't freak out, everybody. Did we fix it? Yeah, it's fixed. It's done. All right. Thanks. All right, we're good. Wow, you can see me in 4K, and you can see the posters in 4K. You can see everything in 4K. I'm in 4K, posters are in 4K. Everything's good. All right, is everybody happy? Yeah? We've got visuals. Good stuff, and now you guys can see all this. Oh my god. God Valley looks really good here. Oh shit, God Valley looks really good here, and it looks really good over here. Yeah, God Valley is my personal favorite out of the bunch. Morj, I don't know. I think then it's honestly a three-way tie. Maybe I like Morj next best. Laughdale has the mysticism. Impel Down is Impel Down. So like I like the island so much, so it's hard for me to separate that from my feelings. Here, let me give you guys the link so that you guys can all have it for yourselves. All right. Here we go. All right. All right, we got everything there. They look better framed. Yeah, the problem is that like they look better framed. I don't have like infinite frames though. I do have a thing actually that could be pretty useful for this. I do have a few frames that I could use. So I might pull those out again. They're like, it might be better. It might be time to switch back to the frames route. I think I might be switching back to the frames route soon. That might happen. I think we might be going to the frames route. The problem is that, there's no problem. I think I'll go back to the frames route. I like showing, you can't show as many with the frames unless you have like the actual like the no, I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to the frames. I think it's just a pain in the ass to keep swapping for me because we're doing new posters every month. So it's a pain in the ass for me to keep swapping frames, but I have some easily detachable frames that I could use that I've set away for a little bit of time, but I can get back to them. Anyway, getting back to here. So, here are the criteria that we're going to be working with. First, let's get the stream likes up to 50 real quick. So, pretty simple, and you guys obviously, please give your input into what you guys think makes the most sense here. But pretty simple, we're going to be doing categories. So I feel like, how do we say this? I want to include, obviously, number one, devil fruit, physical body. So whose body are we using, right? Then we have speed, well, no, not just hockey, right? We've got Conqueror's hockey, armament hockey, observation hockey, and then we've got devil fruit, we've got speed, we've got I guess we just have straight up. So the problem is that the lines blur a bit between physical body. I think let's just do durability. How about we do durability, right? Let's do durability. Durability is a little bit different than I think endurance, right? So like for example, Warcury has higher durability than Kaido in that it takes more to actually damage Warcury, but Kaido has, as far as we've seen, the best endurance in the story. Does that make sense? Speed, weapons, skill, intelligence. And I think that covers pretty much everything. Speed, weapon skill, and intelligence. That's everything. That's the full... And is there anything I'm missing here? Anything I'm missing? I guess strength, physical strength. The problem is that physical strength, I think, just doesn't matter that much once hockey's involved, right? Because the thing with physical strength is that, like, at a certain point, it literally, like, if you compare, like, Big Mom or Kaido's physical strength to Luffy, there's, like, just a huge gap. But once Luffy unlocks advanced Conqueror's hockey, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Like with no hockey involved, I'm sure Kaido could bench press, like, way more than Luffy can. But once hockey's a thing, it's just like, well, they punch and they're going to fucking split the sky. It just comes down to whose hockey's better, right? I don't think strength matters at this point in the story. You know, like, what difference does it make? Race? Yeah, I guess I could do race. Yeah, just some added advantages. Tom-Toms is their actual weapon. I think weapon and weapon skill comes together. So, for example, if we roll Yasop and we're going to take his weapon and weapon skill, then we get both of them together. Does that make sense? No, maybe, yeah, let's do weapon and weapon skill separate. Because the problem is, like, let's say we roll Loki, right? We would take his weapon, the hammer, because the hammer seems special, but then, like, later on, you need to pull a character that, like, how many other fucking characters use hammers? So then pulling a weapons and weapon skill is like, weapon plus weapon skill. I kind of want to pair them together. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, most characters, their weapon is tied to their own ability to use it. Does that make sense? Like, obviously, if you gave Zoro, like, Yoru or something, he'd probably be able to use it pretty fucking well. But I don't know. I feel like it limits things. It strangely limits things a little bit more, if that makes sense. You get the weapon plus weapon skill. How about that? Weapon plus weapon skill. Yeah, should we... Oof says, I swear we've seen someone's hockey get outstrengthened. That's true. But I'm saying once... let me be more specific. Once Advanced Conqueror's hockey became a thing, I think it no longer matters. Because with Advanced Conquerors, there's no longer physical contact, right? So, like, it's kind of just like... once once we got to a point where the your actual muscle no longer matters, right? Because once we're doing like see, it's not like Luffy suddenly became physically strong enough to stop Kaido's attacks or anything. It's just there's a barrier of haki around him. It doesn't just come down to how strong the barrier is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this makes sense, but maybe there's still muscle strength involved or something, but like the power of the punch is pretty much entirely coming from like it's entirely like the only reason Luffy can clash like this now is because his haki's insane now. You see what I'm saying? Like before, it just didn't really matter how big. Like, do you guys get what I'm saying? Like once haki is basically level, like once haki is basically level, that's all that seems to really matter in this clash because there's no more. I'm sure Kaido's like 100 times physically stronger if you just take away haki. I'm sure he's like 100 times physically stronger or something than Luffy, but like once it's in terms of haki, Kaido's probably like Luffy's probably like 80% of Kaido's haki or something. Like he's not that far off, and therefore they can clash evenly. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying I think that haki and strength together mattered a lot more. Maybe like the Amazon Lily, that's a good example. But I'm saying we're at a point now where it's just like Luffy would the gap between Luffy and Kaido in terms of like their punch. You remember when characters started splitting the sky and we're like, holy shit, how strong do you have to be to split the sky? It turns out it has pretty much nothing to do with your physical muscle strength, right? As soon as you get advanced Conqueror's Haki, you just go from wherever you were. Well, not as soon as like Luffy had to. It was his second go around when he came back from before. He got knocked out by Kaido again. Then he came back and now his Haki's even stronger. Pretty much as soon as you get like Luffy's not like in terms of muscle, he's not getting anywhere stronger at all here, right? He didn't, in fact, like in Udon, he was training his armament haki too, right? So at a certain point, it's just like, okay, Luffy went from clashing evenly with ulti, right, to then splitting this guy with Kaido. That entire jump just happens because of haki. So how much does like what can we even ascertain about Luffy's physical strength at this point? Like nothing, right? Tornado says all advanced Conqueror's Haki users are physically really strong. Well, let me just give you a quick example, right? If we go to like, what is it? Like 980 something. Somewhere around here. When does Luffy fight Ulti? Probably a couple chapters back. Yeah, I think around here. No, I think it's the end. I think it's this chapter. Okay, and then here I'm gonna pull up. Maybe it's around here. When the fuck does Luffy come back? Luffy comes back pretty right around here. Yeah. Okay. So, look at these two instances, right? I'm genuinely trying to understand here, right? So, this is Luffy round 1, right? He's clashing with Ulti. This is Luffy round 1, right? In terms of physical strength, what do we even say about this, right? Like how he goes from this clash with like a fucking Tobi Roppo to like this with Kaido where he's splitting the sky. How much does it matter in either of these scenarios how physically strong Luffy is? Like what is the Do you guys get what I'm saying? Like, to me, the only thing that's increasing is his fucking hockey, and so suddenly he can go from like not being able to do shit to Kaido to being like, what's their physical strength gap here, and what's Luffy and Ulti's physical strength gap? Madfish, thanks for the 10. Reflooring a large outdoor patio, craftsman home, and could use some guidance. Should I just use a grout saw, tile nippers, or invest in an angle grinder? Working with 2-inch concrete pavers. Thanks. Well, that's a fucking stupid question. Use the angle grinders. Jesus Christ. People don't even understand. Basic fucking home improvement question. Come on, man. What the fuck? The Haki allows Luffy to fully clash with Kaido on equal ground, so Haki is like a super buff. Yeah, so I'm saying that basically in that case, it seems as though the physical strength is not relevant at all, right? Why does the physical strength matter anymore here? Because here, if you want to say physical strength matters so much, okay, like what's the gap between... Is Luffy around Ulti's level in terms of physical strength? And in that case, is Haki actually like way stronger than Kaido's here? Because how are they clashing equally then? If Luffy's got a gap in physical strength. I'm saying, are we at a point like once Advanced Conqueror's Haki's involved, so it's pretty much entirely like your punches don't even fucking make contact anymore, right? At that point, once it's Advanced Conqueror's Haki, how much does the physical strength even matter at all? Does it? Like, where's the argument? Where's the argument? I'm not saying that it's not true. I just need some examples of why it matters at that point. This is a genuine question. Genuine question. Like, I mean, a similar thing is just like, it just doesn't seem like once it's just no contact in hits whatsoever, like fucking like here, right? Garp showing up. Garp shows up. Garp shows up, does Galaxy Impact, right? What difference does it fucking make? His physical strength shouldn't matter at all here, right? Isn't that kind of the point too? Like him and Aokiji, they can both punch battleships with their fists and stuff like that, but this is just the amount of Haki that he can release. So what does it matter here? I mean, similar thing like fucking look at fucking Kobe. Like, look at this. Look at this shit. Where's Kobe at? Kobe's here somewhere. Look at this. You've got Kobe running around. This is Kobe's physical strength here, right? He's running around carrying this ball and chain with 2 hands. That's Kobe's physical strength, right? And then you fast forward to fucking this shit. Look, like once you have Haki, the punching strength doesn't really matter, does it? Isn't it just how much Haki you can shoot out from your fist? You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't really get it. How much does muscle matter here? It's just throwing a punch. He can be fucking running around treating this like like he's carrying a fucking boulder. But then once you've got the Haki for it, can't you just throw it out? Is there a solid argument for me including this as a category? Basically, is there a solid argument for me including physical strength once advanced conquers hockey is a thing? Cosmo Kuma, thanks for the 5. I think it's more of a math thing. If strength is like 30% of the hail and hockey is 70%, hockey clearly is more, but it's not like physical strength is useless. Thanks for your first super ever, man. I get that, but I'm just saying, like, from what we're seeing so far, to me, from what we're seeing so far, the physical strength almost seems like it's 1% or almost not existent in terms of in terms of what we're dealing with here. Because again, it's just like Luffy and Kaido, the gap in physical strength seems fucking gigantic, like heaven and earth, right? Like nowhere near fucking close, right? Like Shanks, Whitebeard, Shanks, Kaido, like characters that fucking clash and split the sky with each other. I don't think it's ever implied that they're all on the same level in terms of how much they can bench. I don't think Shanks can bench anywhere close to most of these characters, but it's just implied that they're all basically equal because all that matters at the end of the day is their hockey is on the same level. See what I'm saying? Like, same thing with Kobe. It's like, how much is his actual punch, like physical strength, an island level punch, versus how much is it his hockey? To me, it's like entirely his fucking hockey that's doing this, right? Breezy2X says you can't even measure people's physical strength aside from their hockey. Yeah, that's the thing. I think we've reached a point in the story where we have no metric for even... Because everyone's fucking using hockey all the time, right? So we can only really judge... Like, when Shanks does Divine Departure on Kid, how much is that Shanks' just force, like physical arm force, and how much is it his hockey? Tom, thanks for the 5. Add Double Fruit Mastery / Skill, Awakening versus Wasted Potential. Separate IQ and Battle IQ. Look at Luffy. Just had a bad phone call with my ex, so thank you for stream. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Tom. I'm sorry about that, man. I know that you've been having some hardships in that area lately. Sorry about that, man. Try and make it a fun stream for you. Okay, let's get back to the categories. You know what? Just because it's fucking whatever, let's just do it. Let's add physical strength. It's stupid. I don't think it matters that much. But we'll add it. All right, wait, I'll just do a poll. I'll do a poll. As for Devil Fruit Mastery, that's a hard one because it's just like, I feel like people mastered the Devil Fruit that they're given, you know? Like, I look at Doflamingo, he's mastered his fruit pretty well, like really well. To me, that doesn't mean that if he was given Luffy's fruit, that then he'd be able to use it perfectly. Let's just say Devil Fruit plus Mastery. The character's Devil Fruit abilities, basically. Like, their Devil Fruit abilities plus their Mastery. Because otherwise you could kind of be like, oh, well, what if you had Robin's Devil Fruit, but actually just like, the character used it way more effectively than Robin. You know what I'm saying? Separate IQ and Battle IQ. Can we just call IQ... Let's just call it Battle IQ, because that's the purposes of this, right? So we'll say Battle IQ. Battle IQ. There we go. All right, I'll do a poll for physical strength. Do we include physical strength? I don't want too many categories. That's another part of this. All right, people are saying yes. Okay. All right. I put in Devil Fruit twice. Oh, whoops. Good point. All right. That's good because it lowers our number of categories a little bit. All right, good shit. All right. So we're going to try and create a character who can defeat Kaido. I think that's the simplest way we can do this. We're going to create a character that can defeat Kaido. Quick movie making says Whitebeard couldn't use hockey and Conqueror's hockey because of his body, though, so physical strength does matter to an extent. No, but he could use hockey. He couldn't use Conqueror's hockey, but he could use hockey because otherwise he wouldn't have been able to hit Akainu. He was definitely using hockey in the war. I guess it matters to some extent, but like it's been implied that anytime characters clash, they're using advanced Conqueror's hockey. So like we're not going to get somebody who's not a fucking advanced Conqueror's hockey user, you know? D Miss Bob says physical is how much damage at base strength. I'm just saying we're at a point in the story where I think it literally doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if Kaido can bench press like 100 times more than Luffy. If Luffy's hockey is stronger than Kaido's, Luffy's just gonna win that clash. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's not true though. If I really think about it, because Bajra Gun, that doesn't increase his hockey, right? But it's a physical. I think that's the biggest counterexample, which is Bajra Gun is just like a really, really. It ultimately, even though Luffy's hockey was still not up to where Kaido's was, Luffy could still overpower Kaido by force with Bajra Gun. Bajra Gun's obviously a Devil Fruit ability, but like the net effect is that Luffy's essentially creating something that's like much, much, much larger, therefore much harder to stop. So like much more physical force there, plus adding in the advanced Conqueror's hockey element. So I think that's the biggest argument against it. That's how I rationalize it. I think at the end of the day, I wish Oda would explain a little bit more. Like, just I think there's a reason we don't see Zoro working out with weights and shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that shit matters at this point in the story. But then I think the Bajra Gun clash is a good counterexample because it's just like clearly it's the combination. It's not just Luffy's hockey because if it's just hockey, then there's no fucking point in making a giant fucking mace to swing around, right? So it's the physical force element does seem to matter. So I'm going to use that as the thing that makes sense. All right. Mythical Maruisa's Galaxy Impact is most likely hockey, but I'd imagine something like Blue Hole probably needs physical strength to throw your opponent. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Leonardo Ruiz Vela says combat type martial art, karate, Jojian, swordsman, sniper, etc. I'm not going to put that in just because I feel like that's almost limiting at this point in the story. Because, like, the characters that are the strongest in One Piece that we've seen, there's no fucking, like, combat skill that is required. It's not. Never once do I think, man, Luffy really needs to fucking learn Shigan or some shit, you know? Oh, Kaido, he's really tough right now, but imagine if he fucking learn some like fishman karate or something. Like it just doesn't seem. It almost seems limiting to me. It just seems like characters do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like Shanks' divine departure. Is it some special technique? I mean, it is a special technique, but it's just like it's a hockey move. You know, it's all that really matters at this point. You know. I would say that if we're throwing in weapon, like I'd say the big exception is weapon abilities, so like swordsmanship. But but outside of that. If it's characters that just straight up fight with fists and stuff, I don't see the benefit of like adding in things like if you give me Fishman karate or just like Luffy's natural base fighting style, I'll just take Luffy's fucking base fighting style every day of the week. I don't think Oda really even, if I'm being frank, I don't think Oda really writes like fighting style. Like if a character has a fighting style or not, it's almost never relevant except for rare fights when Oda's like, oh well, this character is using Rokushiki. And Jinbei uses Fishman Karate. It's like, okay, but 99% of other fights, that shit doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? All right, continuing on. Tornado says, why does Garp do battleship bags? Because he's dumb. I don't know. Because he's stupid. He's not a smart man. He's just a big meathead. All right, let's continue. All right. Durability goes to top man Workery. Yeah, that's why I want to separate durability and endurance. Because, like, for example, durability, it would be Workery from what we've seen, but endurance would likely be Kaido, right? Because Kaido, like, it takes more to actually damage Workery, but Kaido can keep going and going like nobody's business. All right. Rules. Everything needs rules. Rules. No, Emu, Joy Boy, Ryuma, Rocks. I have half a mind to say no, Roger. Definitely none of these guys. No Emu, Joy Boy, Ryuma, Rocks. That's for sure. All right, no Emu, Joy Boy, Ryuma, Rocks. I want to say no Roger almost. I'm going to say no Roger. At least rules for round one. Create a character with random rolls who can defeat Kaido. You want to change it to Prime Whitebeard? I went with Kaido just because we have more evidence of what that looks like. I kind of want to go with Prime Whitebeard just to... Because I think most would agree that Prime Whitebeard's probably above Kaido, right? JWP, thanks for being a Pirate King tier member for 27 months, man. Always good to see you, man. Hey, Morj, man. Long time no Morj. Always good to see you, man. It has been a long time no Morj. Yeah, let's do no dragon. No dragon. I'm not gonna allow Roger. Let's just do Prime Whitebeard. Let's do Prime Whitebeard. Let's do Prime Whitebeard. Let's try that. Well, let me ask you guys. Do we want to do Kaido or Prime Whitebeard? I think the tricky thing with Prime Whitebeard is that it's hard to be accurate. Like with Kaido, the benefit is that it's a character that's both very strong. Why is this doing this to me? It's a character that's both very strong and we've got a lot to go off of. Are we trying to beat Prime Whitebeard or Kaido? Now you good 29 says, I feel like Prime Whitebeard and Roger are basically the same thing. Yeah, but the difference is that at least with Whitebeard, we got to see more of how he fights like over the course of Marineford. And then we can just extrapolate a bit more in terms of like, okay, and then his prime, he was probably just even better, right? Like, could clash with Roger evenly in hockey, also had the fucking Gura no Mi, right? Like, some things that we've learned about Whitebeard is that even in his old age, he is an absurd endurance tank, right? He's an absurd endurance tank. Like, I would argue that actually over the course of Marineford, Whitebeard showed even greater endurance feats than Kaido showed over the course of what do you call? Over the course of Wano, just because Whitebeard came into it already on fucking life support and then had to go through all that shit, right? Like, Kaido was never still fighting with half his head blown off, you know? Kaido had greater durability, for sure, in that it took a lot more to actually damage Kaido. But then in terms of endurance, I think Whitebeard actually did even more, right? So then you would imagine that in Prime, like, it's even more impressive, right? Prime Whitebeard. So, like, for example, with Roger, even though we know that he's overall about even with Whitebeard in his prime, we have very little to go off of in terms of, like, what does that look like? Like, did Roger have greater Conqueror's Haki than Whitebeard? Or did it even out in some other way or something like that? Does Roger have the durability that Whitebeard does? Probably not. Does he have the endurance? We don't know. Did Roger have a lot more offensive techniques that we don't know about? So, like, we have a better idea of what Prime Whitebeard looks like. We have the best idea of what Kaido looks like going all out, but I think most would agree Prime Whitebeard's probably a higher bar. I think it's more fun to think about trying to beat Prime Whitebeard. But again, we don't have that much to go off of, so like the same argument still kind of holds. Yeah, Kaido because we know full strength. That might be better. Well, let's just see. I'll give it to you guys. Halal Vatron says, meanwhile, the Gorse is surviving being blown to literal pieces because of regen. Yeah, so we're going to call that durability. So we're drawing a difference between durability and endurance. Endurance, we're saying, like, durability is, like, just how much damage can you actually take, you know? Or I guess durability is how much does it take to actually damage you, sorry. How much does it take to actually damage you? And then endurance is, like, how well can you keep going after having taken damage? Does that make sense? Leonardo Ruiz Vela, welcome to Supernova. Oh, this is pretty close. Prime Whitebeard is just such an unknown. Let's do Kaido. Here, let's do Kaido. And I'm going to add another rule, which is only alive characters. Only alive characters. All right. Here we go. Let's do the wheel. What was the site that we did the wheel last time? Mr. MMF2, thanks a lot. Yo, more Jesse, how crazy would it be if the bum Jarl's Fear was... I don't view Jarl as a bum anymore. Now I view him as an endearing character. Before I viewed him as a bum because of what he did to Elbaf Warrior's like reputation, thanks to being used as hype fodder for Big Mom. But now I'm just like, you know what? Jarl, not the worst. Like, I mean, he was just a comedy character at the end of the day, you know? There's no reason to hate him. He's just a bum. But I find him endearing, an endearing bum. Let's get the stream likes up to 100 real quick. If the bum Jarl's Fear was 8-year-old Lilin that would slam him just like his friend and dislodge the sword, that'd be funny. That'd be funny. I like to believe that Chopper will get that sword out of his head, though. I like to believe that'll be Chopper. Mythical Merwee's HP versus defense. Perfect encapsulation of that point. Perfect encapsulation. I forgot we are including physical strength for whatever reason. All right. All right. Crafted by God says, I don't know why people get regeneration, durability, and endurance mixed up. For the purposes of this, I'm just going to lump regeneration and durability kind of together. Just for the purposes of this. Basically, how much does it take to actually cause lasting damage to you? Yeah, Warcury has the best durability. Kaido has the best endurance that we know. Prime Whitebeard probably has the best endurance in general. All right. All right. Let's do it. What's the wheel? Does anyone know the wheel? What was the site I was doing the wheel thing on? Do I have to look at this previous stream? That wheel was fun. I like the wheel. What was the wheel? It's wheelofnames.com. All right. All right, here we go. Yeah, let's get this wheel in here. You guys like the wheel? All right. The final rules are basically simple, which is no Emu, Joyboy, Ryuma, Rocks, no Roger, no Dragon, only alive characters, basically, okay? I guess, so if I'm saying that, I can just say only alive characters, no Emu or no Dragon. Only alive characters, no Emu, Dragon, Shamrock, Garling, Loki. All off limits. All of them. I would say they have to be only confirmed alive characters. So Big Mom's out of the question as well. Only confirmed alive characters. Yeah, I'm liking the rule set so far. Only confirmed alive characters. Yeah. I like this. All right. And we're gonna go with their strength as is. Current strength, not prime. So if we get like really, it's current strength, not prime. Current strength, not prime. And then the number of rolls that we get. The number of rolls that we get is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. So we're only going to get 11 rolls. We have to pick something from everyone. Only 11 rolls. Wait. Let's do this separate. New text box. Rolls remaining. 11. You guys keep me honest about the rolls thing. I might just miscount as I'm doing it. So you guys keep track of the rolls thing. I have to pick someone every round. All right? I have to pick someone every single roll. So it's not going to be like the crew one. I have to pick someone every single roll. Characters can't repeat. And yeah, let's just start filling this shit out. I think this do 12 one skip. Should I go one skip? I think it's more fun. I think for this will be more fun if I can't get any do-overs. I gotta take what I get. The simplest way I'm gonna do this, I think, is basically I'm just gonna go. Let me start with Pirate Cruise. What's the lowest? It's to beat Kaido, right? So I think I can do. Like, it's got to be reasonable, right? So you're not going to make me add, like, fucking Rockstar, right? So let's get Shanks, Ben Beckman. I think we got to put in characters that we know. Generally, characters we have data on. We have showings of. So actually, I'm just going to go ahead and shorten it. All right. So Shanks. Yeah. We got Shanks in there. We don't really know. I'll throw in Yasop because maybe we know the best about. Do we know Yasop? Here, let's do ones we know first, right? So like Luffy, Zoro, Sanji. I guess I don't want to throw in. I don't want to have to throw in Jinbei. I guess you need some good with the bad, right? Blackbeard, Shiryu. Don't make me put in any other Blackbeard pirates. What's the limits here, right? What are we trying to get to? What are the limits? Mihawk, Crocodile. I'm not putting in Buggy. But we don't have enough showings of post-time skip Crocodile, so I'm going to cut him. Let me just do the former Shichibukai real quick. Doflamingo, Boa Hancock. Let's get in some Doflamingo pirates. No, I think just Doflamingo, Boa Hancock. It's to beat Kaido, right? So I'm allowed to be like a little bit picky with who I'm getting in there, right? Doflamingo, Boa Hancock. You guys just tell me if I'm missing names that I should be putting in. Doflamingo, Boa Hancock. Weevil, we don't know. Let's get in Law. Let's get in Kid. I don't think I should have to put in characters like Apu, stuff like that. Doflamingo, Boa Hancock, Law, Kid. Good roster so far. Got Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Jinbei. Let's get in from Blackbeard Pirates. Like, do I have to put in Burgess and shit? I feel like Shiryu should be enough, right? Like, it's to beat fucking Kaido, right? There's nothing I can pick up from Shiryu that would help me really do this. Maybe his swordsmanship, I suppose. Let's get in some Marines. Akainu, Kizaru, Green Bull, Fujitora, Garp, Sengoku. Let's put in Lucci. And remember, I'm not giving myself redos here, right? So it's quite a lot that's going on. Dragon, Sabo, Ivankov. Don't think we know enough about the rest. I guess Morley. Ali H, thanks for being a Yonko tier member for 28 months. W. Morj, haven't caught a stream in a while because I'm in the UK, but want to say your recent videos have been great. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think tomorrow's video, it is a theory. I think tomorrow's video is a really, really cool video. Or not a really cool video. I think it's an interesting theory that I think is almost guaranteed at least two aspects of it. Also, let's get the stream likes up to 100 real quick. Aokiji, I'm fucking dumb. Aokiji. Let's throw in Magellan. So we kind of got the world government side mostly covered there. Don't know much about the rest of the Gods Knights. Let's get in some Gorosei. Warcury, Venus Juro, Mars, Jupiter. Let's get some Big Mom Pirates in. Katakuri, Cracker. I don't think I should have to put anyone below Cracker in. We got Marco, Jozu, one arm, Vista. Oof says Morj, remove Mihawk. I love him, but we can't scale him. But then it's like, do I remove fucking Shanks? Like, do I even have Shanks in there? Mihawk. No, I'm gonna go ahead and put in them. Oh, I wrote Dragon after banning him. That's my bad. Sorry, I was just going off. Filling in blanks. Do I put in Kobe? I guess I put in Kobe. It's just hard to really understand with Kobe. I got Katakuri. Anybody else you want me to put in? I got Blackbeard in there. King and Queen. Yeah, King and Queen. Good point. King, Queen, Pinzoro. We know where Mihawk stands, close to Vista, says the Slith Eyes. Dragon is Mihawk, but it's just Mihawk, but East. Sengoku. I think I got Sengoku in there. Am I wrong? Kainu. Yeah, we got Sengoku. Kong, we got nothing. I put the Gorosei. Shiki, we just have too little. TomTom says, Morj, all the strats, they'll have something to offer. I feel like if you're making me put the strats, it's really going to fucking handicap things. I guess, like, Brook, I could pick speed, but then it's just like for all of them, they're only going to have, like, one thing, I think, that each of them can really, really offer, if that makes sense. So it becomes very, very limiting, because if I've already chosen that category, then it's just like I'm kind of fucked when I get to that Straw Hat. Does that make sense? So, like, let's say I've already filled out speed, and I'm on my 11th pick, and I get Brook. I guess his swordsmanship, because it's not going to hurt to have that. But what if I get fucking Chopper? I guess Battle IQ, because Brain Point. Nami even Battle IQ, or even the weapon, honestly. No, weapon plus mastery. Each Straw Hat. That's actually pretty cool. Each Straw Hat Loki does have something. Jinbei. Am I just being anti-Jinbei here? I don't know what Jinbei can offer me. The race. I think race was a thing, right? Yeah, so being a fisherman would actually be useful. I could put each Straw Hat. I could put put each Straw Hat. I put Lucci in there. That's the point. It makes it hard. My feeling is that it's hard as is. But fine, let's put in all the strats. Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Jinbei, Frankie, Robin, Brook, Chopper, Nami, Usopp. Am I randomly forgetting someone? No, right? All right. Yamato. All right. Yeah, let's get some good characters in to balance shit out. Yamato. I think we're good. Top Minx. We got a large enough list here. I agree the Top Minx technically qualifies, like... Oh, I'm supposed to put in Jack, right? If I'm putting King, Queen, I gotta put in Jack. I think I kind of want to go... Like, the intent was I go third commander, basically at the lowest. And I'm not including characters like Smoothie that we don't really know anything about, or Crocodile that we don't know anything about. Yeah. I think this fills things out. Are there any third commander-ish characters that I did put in King and Queen. I'm not going to put in Wanze, but that's a good suggestion. Loki, we have almost nothing to go off of. Killer and Beppo. Killer, I don't think is third commander level. NL because of his Devil Fruit. NL is Loki solid because if I got him, I could pick his observation hockey. I could pick his observation hockey. His Devil Fruit. So there's a couple options for NL. Everything else he's really, 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 really bad in. I kind of don't want to put in NL for that reason. Yeah, and by the way, speed is going to be without fruit included. So, for example, Sanji's speed is fine. Kizaru's speed is not. I imagine Kizaru is still very fast even without his fruit, but, it's speed based on that. I think exceptions are if the speed is intrinsic to your body. So, for example, Brook is fast because he's a skeleton. We're going to allow that, right? So let me add that stipulation. Speed equals separate from fruit. Separate from fruit. Natural body allowed. Even if altered. I'll say natural body allowed even if altered. So, like, does that make sense? Missing some supers? I'm sorry. Here, let me catch those. Let me catch supers. Got TomTom. Oh, TomTom, thanks for the 5. Do 6 powers fall under weapons plus weapon skill? If we get Mink Race, are we Sulong for the fight? For funsies, you can add mentor / sensei / teacher. I think we're hitting a lot of categories as is. Like, I think 11's a good amount because then we also got to do round 2 after this. So let's try and do it without. I'm going to say 6 powers don't fall under weapons plus weapon skills, so we just got to roll with a weapon as is. If we get Mink Race, are we Sulong for the fight? No one in here is a mink, so we're going to leave that out of it. I think if we did include a mink, then we would... If we did include a mink, we would... how do I say this? If a mink was included, we would go with maybe no Sulong, I think. We would go with no Sulong. I can add a mentor sensei teacher. We will leave that out. We'll leave it to their own mastery of each of their abilities. Ali H, thanks for being a Yonko tier member for 28 months. W Morj, haven't caught a stream in a while because I'm in the UK, but want to say your recent videos have... Oh, no, we covered that. Thank you. 00 Flevans, thanks for the 2. Add speed for that Premo Hussy. We've got speed in there. I realize you're talking about speed, that the character now. How about, okay, we're going to try and run it once like this, and then if it's too easy, we'll try a hard version. If it's too easy, we'll try a version that does not include any Yonko Admirals or top tiers. So we'll try it like that. So let's first try it like this. Round 1, this might be easy mode. So let's see how round 1 works. All right, round 1. Let's say round 1. Yeah, I think this should be very, very doable. So this might be too easy. Let's see how hard this is. How many rolls am I going to do? 11. So I have to... Oh, I mean, actually, I don't even have to do a rolls remaining. I have to pick someone every time I roll. Let's do that. I have to pick someone every time I roll, so we don't need to count the number of rolls. I don't get any skips. No skips. All right. Here we go, everybody. Whoops. Are you ready? Let's get the stream likes up to 100 real quick. We're beginning our quest to try and defeat Kaido. This is going to be round 1, easy. Round 2, I might remove all Yonko and Admirals and top tiers and see how we can do it. I think it might be just straight up not doable at that point, but we will give it our best shot. All right, ready? Oh, Dorian Brogy? I could add in Dorian Brogy. Here, let's say Dorian Brogy. Dory Brogy. All right, now for real, we're ready. All right. All right. Vista. Shanks? No, it's Vista. I'm gonna just take sword skill. I'll just roll with that. Vista. Simple, straightforward. This might be too easy. I think this could be too easy. Because I just realized that if we landed on Shanks, like pretend we landed on Shanks instead of Vista. If we landed on Shanks instead of Vista, we're already like, I would just take his advanced Conqueror's Haki, and then we're already like 80% there. We're already like 80% there, 90% there, basically. Oh, shit, sorry. Let's see. Yeah, it might be too easy. So round 1 is easy mode. Let's just take this out for a test drive. Already got Kaido beat. Oh, wait. Oh, no, never mind. Mihawk. Okay, might be hard. Oh, Sabo? Give me Sabo. Sabo for their armament Haki. Sabo's got phenomenal armament Haki. And you guys know I shit on Sabo. All right, here we go. You know, by the way, I thought about something, which is just that I thought about something, and I'm like, am I biased in my power scaling takes? And then I thought about it, and then I was like, no, I don't think I'm biased in my power scaling takes. You want to know why? Because the character that, as you all know, I hate above all other characters, Yamato, right? My most hated character in One Piece. I think Yamato is probably like the closest you can get to... I put Yamato above Law, Kid, Sabo, King, Queen, Lucci, all those other characters. I think the only character in that same range that I don't put Yamato above is Zoro. And I also think that there's a fair argument for Yamato above Zoro. Like, you guys know how upset I get when I hear people talk about Zoro versus Law, or Zoro versus Kid, or Zoro versus Sabo, and I'm like, those are like blasphemous comparisons. I think Yamato versus Zoro is a perfectly fine comparison. If you have Yamato over Zoro, I don't think that's like a crazy thing. I think Yamato is probably, along with Zoro, like just up there for the closest you can be to like Admiral-ish level without actually being that. Strongest in the whatever you would call first mate and above tier. Yamato I put above Marco. I put above pretty much all those characters, right? Maybe Ben Beckman, I don't know. Same thing with Dragon. You guys know who remembers how long I spent shitting on Dragon over the newspaper things? I've spent so much time shitting on Dragon. I did put out a video defending Dragon after the Ginny stuff, because I felt like was unwarranted. But I used to get a lot of pushback in terms of how much I supposedly dislike Dragon. I'm making fun of Dragon, blah, 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 blah. People rate, like, I could go back to the chapter reviews of, like, the stuff I used to say about Dragon and how I shit on him. And I still think all those things are true. I think that Dragon is, like, poorly written for seeming like a competent, like, some of the shit Oda did for him, like, makes no fucking sense. He just seems like a dumbass a lot of the time. I still have Dragon at number 1. I'm just going by what the story seems to imply. I still have Dragon at number 1 out of good guy characters, excluding Emu. I have him above Shanks, Mihawk, all those characters. I got Dragon at number 1. I don't like the character. I don't like him better than Shanks or Mihawk. I've just got him there because that's where the narrative seems to be putting him. So I did really think about it. And I think a lot of my hate for some characters, just because I hate them, I don't think it actually affects my power scaling views, genuinely speaking. Because again, Yamato's the perfect example. You could combine my hate for Law and like Kid and all those characters, stack them all together, and I'm just like, I would hate Yamato still so much more. But at the same time, I would fully acknowledge, yeah, obviously Yamato's stronger than them. It's just what the story's telling us. That's just my thought. And for example, Sabo, I actually don't dislike Sabo that much as a character. I think that people overrate the shit out of him in terms of strength, so then that bothers me, and that's why I shit on Sabo a lot. But I don't hate on Sabo because I dislike the character. I just genuinely think that it's the other way around, which is that so many people love Sabo as a character because it's like their replacement fix for Ace. So many people love Sabo as a character that they overrate the shit out of him, when in actuality his best feat is the same shit that Morley and Karasu have done. So to me, I think that genuinely I pretty much, I really thought about it. I was like, am I just being like really biased with my power scaling takes? And I thought about it. I was like, no. Because if I look at my list, like if I go through my tier list stuff, I don't actually have I don't do anything to put characters that I like or dislike higher or lower than I think that they should be. I just put them where I think they should be. I think you can look to my top 30 or something like that, and I think that would seem pretty consistent. Just saying. I fucking hate Big Mom. I really hate Big Mom. I think Big Mom's like one of the worst characters in the story, but I'm also reading the fucking story, and I'm like, how, like, Big Mom still fucking scales to Kaido, though, because Oda fucking showed that to us. He literally had Kaido and Big Mom fight for like a full day and night perfectly even. That means that if there is a gap, it is literally smaller than the gap was between like Luffy and Katakuri at the end of Whole Cake, meaning essentially equal, right? So I'm just going by what the story's given us, right? A lot of people just straight up dislike Big Mom, and so they're like, Big Mom would probably lose to insert your favorite character. Like a lot of people will weirdly be like, oh yeah, Kaido would fuck up Kizaru and like Fujitora and Aokiji and all these guys and Akainu or whatever. Oh, but Big Mom? No, Big Mom would just lose. It's like, if you've got Kaido mid-diffing these characters or something like that, then Big Mom would do the same. Because Kaido and Big Mom literally, if once Oda writes a fight just basically being like, yeah, these two are pretty much identical in strength, and that's how they should be viewed, then I take that as is, in my opinion. Kaido is holding back, so is Big Mom. Like, that's what I'm talking about. It's just straight bias. Kaido is holding back. We literally saw glimpses of the fight. Big Mom was holding back too. Neither of them were using their fruits. Big Mom didn't use her fruit. Kaido didn't use his fruit. So we're being shown that at base level, they're both the same. If you want to then get into a debate over like whose fruit is better, you could make a good debate for either. And the biggest thing that people fucking forget is that Big Mom's ace in her ace up her sleeve is also transforming, much like Kaido, which she used against Law and Kid. She can go giant form, which she did not do against Kaido, right? She can eat her own lifespan when she actually really wants to win a fight. Big Mom was very much holding back just as much as Kaido was. There's not like, you know that people are biased towards their favorite characters as soon as they say shit like Kaido was holding back, when you know for a fact that Big Mom was also holding back, right? That's just straight bias. That's just basically like, well, I want to personally defend Kaido, so I'm going to try and scratch my brain for like some argument to defend Kaido, when you know that that same logic applies to the other character. Was Big Mom eating her lifespan to fight Kaido? Fuck no. She was holding back just like he was. Oda's wanting to establish these two characters roughly the same. I would give it to Kaido, I imagine, over an extended period of time, just because of the endurance that he showed. But at the same time, Oda did enough to establish that it would be a very extended period of time. Like a very, very extended... Like, these two characters are essentially equal. Like, Snake Man Luffy versus Katakuri equal, basically. Anyway, continuing on. I genuinely think that a lot of the power scaling stuff that pisses me off is people being overly biased towards characters that they like Sabo, who has jack shit feats, but people will be like, Sabo's above Law and Kid. It's like, the fuck has he done that puts him above Law and Kid? And I fucking don't like Law and Kid, but I'm not just gonna be like, like fucking putting Sabo above them for no fucking reason other than Sabo's cool and has a cool design. I don't know. So genuinely speaking, I challenge you to find character bias in my top 30 or my general power scaling rankings. I personally feel that a lot of people scale poorly because they're severely biased towards certain characters. Anyway, continuing on. Katakuri, easy, observation hockey. All right. This list might be too... I think we're going to get there. I think the big thing that we're missing... We need to hit big on a Conqueror's Haki user. Because otherwise I think it's going to be really fucking hard to take down Kaido. We need to hit big on a Conqueror's Haki user. John Saint, thanks for the 5. Hi, Morj. Thanks for the content. Off topic, but how do you feel about Blackbeard stealing Luffy's fruit towards the end of Elbaf? So, you know what's interesting? For the longest fucking time, I did genuinely believe that there is a good shot that Blackbeard will steal Luffy's Nika fruit. For a long time, because I believe that there would be a point where Luffy would have to be fighting Blackbeard, who has the Nika fruit and is using it like as the dark version of it, right? Like the dark display of what the Nika fruit could be. I really, really felt that for a long time. I just couldn't come up with a theory for it because it's like, but if Blackbeard takes Luffy's fruit, then Luffy dies. So how does that work? So I was really trying to figure that out. And then Loki got introduced. So I put out theories recently breaking down why both why I think Loki might have a dark or evil version of the Nika fruit, and 2, why I think Blackbeard might steal that fruit. I actually put that video out a little bit too far ahead of the curve, because I put out a video like over a month, maybe 2 months back, I forget. It's talking about how Blackbeard will kill Loki to take Loki's Sun God fruit. And at that point in time, people weren't even on board with the idea that Loki might have, like, legitimately have a Sun God fruit or a Nika fruit or something like that, right? Now we're getting closer and closer to a point where I think more people are on board with the idea that, like, the video I just put out, I basically did it backwards, because I put out a whole video breaking down why Loki has the sun, why Blackbeard is going to kill Loki to take his fruit. And then later, my most recent video, I put out basically explaining why Loki likely has the Nika fruit in the first place. So really, the order of the videos should have been swapped. I think I got ahead of myself a little bit there. I don't know if Loki's going to have a Nika fruit or not. I think Loki will likely have a very important fruit that is possibly related to the Nika fruit. If it's a counterpart or something similar or an offshoot or a spin-off or something, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Blackbeard kills Loki and takes Loki's fruit. Anyway, all right, everybody, let's get the stream likes up to 100 real quick. Wait, did I already do the spin? What was the spin on? I'm just registering. I got Jupiter. Tom saying, sorry to spam, but check DM. It's related to stream. Was I already on Jupiter? I might have just instinctively spun. Somebody tell me. In the meantime, I'll check out Tom's DM. What's going on, man? Oh, you're saying... Oh, Tom's offering to make a wheel that includes characters from all over the series, whether they're weak or strong, that you could play against chat, where you could make a character and chat gets to make one. Or it could be a future stream if everyone likes this one. Oh, that could be fun. I like that. That's a great idea. That is a great idea. Let's do that. If you could do that, man, that'd be great. If you could just create a list, that'd be amazing. If you could create a list, that'd be really, really cool. Let's see, because either we do that this stream or we do that in a future stream. That's a lot of fun. Okay, so I already spun. It was Jupiter, so let's do Jupiter first. Okay, Jupiter. Shit. Oh, I'm just gonna take Jupiter's. Wait, this is kind of unfair because now I see the next one and I know we have Boa Hancock. So it's a little unfair. I don't think I would change anything in this sense. Jupiter, I could take Conqueror's Hockey. Boa Hancock hasn't shown anything Conqueror's Hockey. This was not fair exactly, but I'm going to take Jupiter's durability. And then Conqueror's Hockey. I think Boa Hancock, I'll take... Should I take Devil Fruit? How does her fruit work again? Do you have to think that she's beautiful? Yeah, transform anyone. That's... Yeah, that's pretty limiting. Because it's really good for Hancock, but we're not... In theory, we're using a character that's... I don't know. Oh, it's not Jupiter? Can someone explain? Tom says I can link the wheel to you. If you could do that, man, that'd be amazing. And then even if we don't do that this stream, we'll do it next stream. Do I need to fucking... I might have to go back in time in the stream. It was not Jupiter. You removed Katakuri and Jupiter was under him. Okay, that's what I thought happened. Okay, thank you. Okay, that's what I thought happened, and then I was confused. I was like, did I roll? Because people were saying Jupiter a lot. Okay. So, Hancock, fresh pick still. Hancock is honestly difficult because, like, she does not have Advanced Conqueror's Hockey as far as we know. I think we are going to need Advanced Conqueror's Hockey. Let me add Jupiter back to the list then, by the way. So let me remove Hancock and add Jupiter. There we go. I don't think Hancock has anything that's useful enough. I could take her for speed. She does seem to be pretty fast. She seems to be pretty fast. I could take her for speed or battle IQ. Or physical strength. Attilia, thanks for the 10. Mushoku Tensei is must watch. It's hard to convince people on because of its controversies. I don't even know its controversies, but you guys kind of hinted at them last time, and I don't know if that's something I really want to get wrapped up into. I promise it's hidden with peak world building and action. I do want good action. They literally made new language to expand the world. Maybe I'll try Mushoku Tensei. I'm going to be honest. In terms of next anime, I'm going to watch Solo Leveling. I did just finish out Invincible. Invincible is always fine to me. It's like the last couple episodes were really good, but it's never going to be like... I just think it's so hit or... I think the plot of Invincible, like the main plot of Invincible is very good, and it does do tension and stakes really well when it comes to main plot stuff. I think it just does such an ass job with its side plots and its side characters, and like a lot of its character writing is kind of dumb. It's good in moments, but a lot of its character writing is kind of dumb. It's just a mixed bag for me. And I really like the season 3 finale too, but I finished it and I was just like, I don't know. Take the fruit. Her fruit works if she kicks you. I personally, so here's my take, which is that I think that a lot of these devil fruits are now less effective because of hockey, right? So I prefer, I'm hoping to get a fruit that will still be useful despite hockey. So fruits that like have to actively alter something about, like, I don't know if her fruit works against Conqueror's Hockey users like Kaido or not. I just have a feeling that we wouldn't just be able to magically transform Kaido into stone. I have a feeling. And so in that case, her fruit turning people into stone, that's useful, but we've got better fruit options here. I would almost, if I'm going up against Kaido, I would almost either have like a really strong Logia or a really strong Zoan, pretty much. Or like Law's fruit, like something with a ton of utility. I think we have better options in terms of fruit to pick from here. Battle IQ, I don't know if we've got enough here. I'm gonna do Solo Leveling next. JW says the comics are really good. I've heard some people say the show's better than the comics, so that makes me question how good the comics are. Oh, also, I was supposed to test something this stream. Let me try testing this. Hold on. Let me try testing this. Yeah, maybe I'll try Mushoku Tensei later or something like that. Oh, shit. Shit's freezing up here. Stormy says if physical strength doesn't matter then that much, then you should probably just take strength. I think Hancock excels a little bit in terms of speed, though, right? She struck me as a fast character, it looks like. Maybe she is. Is Hancock fast or not? We've seen her fighting mainly at Marineford. She tore through the Pacifistas pretty quickly, it seemed like. She got to Luffy pretty fast. I remember there was a moment where she was trying to get to Luffy and then Marco zipped by her, but maybe that was just in the anime. I forget. Dobby Greg says Tensei is interesting, but I think the controversial parts are too triggering, so it's probably better to avoid. If you want a series, you can't talk openly in chat. You can talk openly in chat. I mean, my basic take is this: I'm gonna watch Solo Leveling. That'll scratch my action anime fix. Invincible is kind of scratching that fix for a little bit. I don't like the animation of Invincible, straight up. Like, I don't feel like it has personality to me. I think the average anime has more personality in terms of its animation style. The last episode was phenomenally well. Like, for the style, it was really well animated, but it still struck me the lack of style that it had, you know? In Invincible, for example, I think that a moment that really stuck out stylistically to me for Invincible was Omni-Man taking out that planet in season 1. That army planet in season 1. That's not a huge spoiler, it's pretty simple. Omni-Man taking out the planet, it's like partway through the season 1. That was really, like, the use of red and all of that was really well done. Outside of that, I don't think that Invincible, I don't know. Yeah, she was fast in the movie, so maybe that's biasing our views. JWP says, if anything, just watch ReZero. I could watch ReZero. I've heard good things about that. More just not watching ReZero, lol. Gotta check Boa on the chin and choose race or battle IQ, lol. Race is just human, so I guess that's fine. Like, I don't mind being a human. Speed. Just watch Severance. Yeah, Severance is a show that I will probably watch soon, but for anime, it's a different category. I just need to sometimes just watch some action, you know? Animated action. JWP, thanks for the 10. We saw that Law was able to use hockey to revert a devil fruit effect, but since Boa's fruit pretty much instantly turns you to stone, would you have much time to stop it? Because once you're stone, you're not conscious. Yeah, that's the debate around Boa's fruit. The thing is that, like, because it's a debate, it's not something I want to get into, and also, like, this hypothetical character wouldn't necessarily be as beautiful as Boa Hancock. We haven't really picked just yet, you know? You could argue that it falls under the same thing, like Devil Fruit plus Mastery. So that implies... Devil Fruit plus Mastery implies that they can use it to the same degree that the original user can use it, right? I just have a feeling that Boa Hancock can't just turn Kaido to stone right away, right? So if she can't just turn Kaido to stone right away, if we assume... We don't know if it works on Conqueror's Haki users, right? Like, we don't know if they're too strong-willed or what. So if that doesn't work, then it's just a ability that, like... If she makes physical contact with her attacks, it can turn to stone, right? That's essentially what it becomes. I think that there are better fruits than that, just because with the way clashes work, I don't think Hancock will be our character will be landing physical hits on Kaido as much, right? Like, it'll be more so hockey barriers, and, like, he'll be blocking with hockey barriers and things like that, right? JLP, thanks for the 2. Boa, like, perception blitzed Kobe BTW. Alex, thanks for the 2. Watch Arcane. Amazing action / story / character / art. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. Arcane, I think, is maybe going to be up next. I think Arcane's going to be up next. Or not up next, but it's going to be one of those. Everybody has said amazing things about Arcane. I think I'm down to do it. I'll do Boa for... Let's take a look at something here. So... it's probably what, 10:59, 10:60. Maybe it's 10:60. Might have been 10:59. I think it's 10:59. Yeah. Maybe it's 10:58. Yeah, 10:59. All right, let's see. And she gets caught by Blackbeard. I guess Blackbeard drew her in. Boa Hancock, this is just difficult. I think I'm just going to make the call. I'll just go with speed. I'll go with race. Human is fine. I'll accept the race thing. Yeah, Boa Hancock. We'll go with race. Human is fine. Right? It's not like Kaido. Well, Kaido's an Oni. Attilia, thanks for the 5. Severance is a must-watch too. Solo leveling is peak action, taking some inspiration from Hunter x Hunter, but a lot less depth to it. Season 2 is good, though. Yeah, that's kind of all I want. That's all I want. I don't need some, like, philosophical masterpiece right now. And Severance, it is high on my... Everyone said Severance is really good. Do physical strength, free skip. Yeah, fine. Let me do physical strength. Maybe we could... Because we could still get a better race in there. If we get a giant, that'd be really nice. So, Boa Hancock. There we go. Ray Uchiha, thanks for being a Yonko tier member for 29 months. Hey Morj, new supervisor at work is a real hard ass, so I can't really watch streams at work anymore. I'll have to catch the VOD. Oh, I didn't know you were at work right now. Late hours. Or maybe you're just in a different time zone. Thanks still for the support, of course, and yeah, I hope you enjoy the VOD. Attilia, thanks for the 2. Plus Tensei is not more controversial than Fire Punch, but Fire Punch is... I've heard that Tensei is controversial for societally weird reasons versus... Like, Fire Punch is... Like, what? Fire Punch is just controversial because of the ending and shit, right? TomTom says, Morj, do I use dead characters like Ace? No, can we please do only alive characters, TomTom? Thank you. Alright. Yeah, we'll do this for Boa Hancock. Did I remove her? Is she gone? I don't see a Boa. I think I removed her. Alright, let's go. All right. Ready to roll? Daniel 31 says, I don't know, physical strength, that doesn't seem her strongest quality. Yeah, but it's kind of a throwaway because there's nothing here. There's things that are... Physical strength I don't think matters that much in the grand scheme of things. Fine. Let me put in... Fine. I'll do race. Boa Hancock. Human. There we go. Because I think we can get better than that in pretty much other... I think speed should be fine. I think she's not a slow character. I think in terms of speed, she's pretty good. But let's see. Leonardo R. Thanks a lot. Hey, Morj, just subbed. Wait. What's the full name? Leonardo Ruiz Vela. Thanks a lot. Hey, Morj, just subbed. You're dope. Thanks a lot. 2 questions. Who would you rank Straw Hats and the Straw Hat Fleet Commander's weakest or strongest? And Mihawk versus Odin, and video idea. Top 15 pirates versus top 15 Marines versus pirates, including world government. Okay. Let's piece that out. Thank you for the support, of course. Who'd you rank Straw Hats and Straw Hat Fleet Commanders weakest or strongest? So low key, I genuinely think if I'm saying Straw Hats, okay. Garp. Oh shit, Garp. Oh shit. All right. Everybody, calm down. All right. Okay, Leonardo, let me answer your question in a second. No, actually, let me answer your question first, and then we'll get to Garp. All right. So if I were to rank Straw Hats versus... Here's my ranking. General ranking of Straw Hats, I think I'd rank it like this, okay? So I think with the Straw Hats, you've got Luffy, then Zoro, then Sanji, nothing crazy, Jinbei. I think Frankie, then Robin, then Brook. Then I think Usopp is last. I think at one point I would have said Chopper's clearly above Nami. At this point though, because Nami's got Zeus, just the homing aspect of it, like Zeus is almost automatic. Like she can just shoot it out. She doesn't really have to do that much setup. I think Chopper would have difficulty avoiding getting hit by Zeus. I think, how do I put this? I think that Chopper is supposed to be above I think the order is supposed to be like this is the middle trio, Jinbei somewhat floating in between, and then I think you got Chopper, Nami, Usopp at the bottom, and I think Chopper's supposed to be above Nami and Usopp because Chopper historically has been above those two, right? I think I think Chopper's supposed to be above Nami. I just think that effectively it feels like on paper Nami should be above Chopper at this point. So I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this Nami, Chopper, Usopp. I think it's something like this. Then after that, I think Cavendish is right here. I know that Oda didn't technically rank the Grand Fleet officially, right? But I can't help but feel the way that he ordered characters in the fleet is very similar to what it would look like in actuality. I think Brook could take Bartolomeo. I think Brook's fast enough to find a way. I think Bartolomeo is a nightmare matchup for all the characters below. But I think Ideo's above Brook as well. Not Sai, not Ideo, sorry, Sai. Because the shit Sai did against Laoji is pretty impressive, but I don't know if he's supposed to be above. I don't know. They're fucking tricky. I think Cavendish, Bartolomeo, Sai. I know Robin is above these two. So I know Robin is above Cavendish and Bartolomeo. I believe Robin's above Sai as well. Robin was just clearly portrayed as above them in the Dressrosa arc when they're facing off the same characters. It kind of seemed like Robin could pretty easily handle all of the officers that she came up against. And it seemed as though she could even have handled Diamante the Seat. It's just she let Kiros do it. And this was before she started breaking out all the shit that she could do in Wano, like with Demonio Floor and Fishman Karate and everything like that. So portrayal-wise, Robin kind of seemed above everybody there. Brook, it's hard to tell because Brook doesn't get fights. So I just don't know what the fuck to do with this character. Then beyond that, Hajrudin. Nami's taking Hajrudin. I don't care what anyone says. And I think these guys are taken. I think Usopp can find. I think Leo. Yeah, that's how I view it. Orlumbus, Blue Gilly. That's my view. Silence is like they don't even have Haki over Cavendish, so I have problems seeing how Robin and Frankie beat Hakuba. Robin literally beat Hakuba. She zero diffed him. Like not even like there was no diff. It was like zero diff. She already beat him in the arc. There's like a big gap almost between not a big gap, but it's just like I don't know. I have to go back and see, but Robin, the chapter is pretty straightforward. Like Robin is clearly well above. Here, let me get to it. It's probably somewhere. Let me actually get to it, so I'm not just talking out of my ass. It's around here. Oh my god, maybe it's before they actually get there. Dressrosa is just so fucking condensed that it's hard to remember where specific things happen. Dressrosa is a very condensed arc. Okay, I think maybe around here. Yeah, okay. Like, Robin just handles Gladius very easily. If you see this, like, she's able to pretty much handle everything that Bartolomeo and Cavendish struggle with without too much difficulty. Like, they're fighting against these toys and shit like that. Fighting against these toys, and it's taking them some time to get through the toys. Like, just look at like Cavendish and Bartolomeo, how they're trying to deal with the toys, and then these like Robin pretty much just like casually moves all the toys out of, like, in just terms of portrayal, Robin seems above Bartolomeo and Cavendish. It already was displayed that it seemed like she could take Gladius without much trouble. And then on top of that, just like Um, where the fuck is this part? This is the sniping scene. Where's half and half? Oh my god. I hope it's not after the fucking flashback. Okay, I'm not gonna go all the way through, but Robin defeats Hakuba. Robin defeats Hakuba fine, and then she goes on to take Diamante, and it seems like she can handle Diamante just fine. It seemed like she was clearly above the Grand Fleet members. Anyway, continuing on. All right. I don't think that at any point Oda implies that I don't think that there's any clearer way that Oda could spell out to the reader that Robin is above Hakuba than just having that straight up be like stated to the reader, which he does. Where the fuck does this shit happen? Now I'm actually curious. Maybe it's the next chapter? Sai, Cabbage and Lomeo. Oh, yeah. I think it's the next chapter. Yeah. Hakuba comes at Robin. Robin, your speed is useless against me. I don't think that, at a certain point, it's just author's intent, right? Is Oda going to have Robin defeat Hakuba right here and literally explain that speed does not work against her? If Oda's trying to convey to the reader that, no, Hakuba is actually stronger than Robin. No, it's just author's intent. Sometimes the author just shows something and tells you something, and it's pretty straightforward, right? I think Oda's an author who actually, tries to go out of his way to make it clear when, a character wins thanks to, someone being at a disadvantage or something. Like when Stussy took out Lucci, Stussy was like, I don't think I could have taken you if you weren't caught off guard or something, but Oda's not implying that here. It's just Hakuba can't beat Robin. Speed doesn't work against her, right? Speed's never really worked against her. I think it's pretty clear. And this is before Robin even does any of her actual shit, she doesn't actually try or flex that hard in this arc. And then again here, Diamante, Robin just pretty easily takes care of that shit. And then she just says that she's just here to protect Rebecca. She's not even trying to interfere with the fight or whatever. Don't worry about us. I'll take care of blah, blah, blah. Robin's not here to take care of that shit for them. So it seemed like Robin could handle a seat as well, as evidenced by her taking down a Toby Roppo later. All right, anyway, continuing on. So this is how I view this shit. How'd this start? This is quite a sidetrack. Mihawk versus Odin and video idea. Mihawk versus Odin. I think Mihawk beats Odin. Video idea, top 15 Marines versus Pirates, including World Government. I don't know if I'm ever going to do that, just because that's not exactly what the channel... That's not the type of videos that we usually do. Yeah. Yeah, that was a thing in... I don't know if I'd ever do that, but top 15 Marine versus Pirates, I think that the Pirates would take it pretty handily, because the thing that makes the Marines superior to the Pirates is that the Pirates are all split up, right? The Pirates are all, they're all different factions, but if you combined all the pirate factions, the Marines are kind of fucked. If you had Whitebeard and Shanks and Kaido and Big Mom, just the four of them all stacked up, and all of their first commanders and everything like that, and all of that shit, then it's just too much, right? There's too much for the Marine Admirals and everything. And after the Marine Admirals, there's a significant drop off. Versus after the Yonko, it's Marco, King, Queen, Ben Beckman, Katakuri, or whatever, right? After that, if you added in world government soldiers like Lucci and stuff, it can become more competitive, but it's really just the three admirals and then a big drop off to vice admirals. Garp is in there. Garp would help. But again, for Yonko, I don't know. Sengoku, it might be closer. I just think that after the top end for the Marines, there's a huge drop off versus after the top end for the Pirates, you've all these first mate level and commander level characters. So it's just too much. Anyway, continuing on. Attilia, thanks a lot for the 2. Solo leveling high hits different. I will be watching it high. I can promise you that. That's all I want. When I want to relax, I just want to watch some animated action. That's all I really want. And I read some people say that like Solo Leveling is really just like a meathead series. That's okay. I really want action. I'm actually the less. I think with anime right now, I don't need anything great at the moment. I'm happy to watch stuff that's mainly action, limited dialogue. I'm happy with that. I'd be really happy with that. All right, let's roll this shit again. Not this, this. All right. Garp. Oh, yeah, we have Garp. We have Garp. We have Garp. We have Garp. Okay. Important pick here. I think that Garp, out of the options that we have here on this list, I low-key think that Garp is maybe our best Conqueror's Haki user outside of Shanks and Mihawk right now. And like Mihawk is debatable. Like maybe it might be debatable across the board, but I just know that what he did with Galaxy Impact was insane. The thing with Garp that holds him back is stuff like at his old age is stuff like endurance, right? He just doesn't have endurance, durability. That's what's really holding him back at this point from being like number one. But Conqueror's Haki, he has had the largest Conqueror's Haki attack display that we've really seen, right? I think Garp would be best for Conquerors. The only other option is like physical strength, because he's like Garp might be number one in our list for physical strength, right? But I made a huge argument for why I don't think physical strength really matters that much here. So it's kind of like we could either go with the only reason to not go with Garp for Conqueror's Haki is if we think we're gonna roll like Shanks or some shit, or like Mihawk. I don't know. Like, and even then it's debatable, right? So it's kind of like physical strength. He's probably the undisputed number one, but then in Conqueror's Haki, he's not the undisputed number one. But then it's just like you might be asking for two. Like, what are the chances we roll like a Shanks or something like that? And then at that point, on top of that, it's just like a Conqueror's Haki just matters so much, right? So we want to go with the safe bet. So I'm gonna take Garp for Conqueror's Haki. I think that's really, really big. All right. Or Luffy. I don't think Luffy's Conqueror's Haki is at Garp's level right now. Like, I think if you just had Luffy throw up, I don't think Luffy can do a punch like Galaxy Impact with just Haki. I don't think Luffy can nuke an island with a punch. Frankie, dear God, what the fuck do we do with this? I might go with durability. Is Frankie hard to damage? Physical strength, I think Frankie's really physically strong. I'd go with Frankie for physical strength. I think I'd actually go with that. Because I think we can get... I think that's actually a solid pick. I think Frankie is physically very strong. I know people are saying battle IQ. I don't think Frankie has ever really shown genius battle IQ. Like, Frankie's idea of a plan is like... Because he's obviously got amazing IQ in terms of like making weapons and stuff. But like, Frankie's idea of a genius plan is like going into Centaur mode. Like, Frankie almost fucks himself over with his battle IQ. Actually, no, Frankie has terrible battle IQ, I would almost argue, because he traditionally tends to challenge his opponents in some of the worst ways imaginable. Like, he came across Fukuro, right? Like, people get it mixed up because they're like, well, Frankie's really smart, therefore that translates to battle. It's the other way. Frankie is arguably the least intelligent strat when it comes to battle, because I think he tends to make fights a lot harder than they need to be. You look at the Fukuro fight, he runs into Fukuro, he gets pissed that Fukuro thinks that he can punch harder than him, and so Frankie gets into a punching fight with Fukuro, which quickly leads to Frankie realizing that he can't keep up in this fight, and that now he needs Cola. And so, honestly, most of Frankie's first half difficulties in that fight were just him being dumb. Then he just pulls out lots of tricks like the heat-seeking missiles, which are like him running around with shoulder missiles and stuff like that. Like, he does lots of really inefficient things in battle that are like almost like bringing him down a notch to his opponent's level, if that makes sense. He fought Senor Pink by like suplexes. They're just trading suplex. I don't think Frankie's really... I don't think Frankie's actually that smart when it comes to battle. I don't think he's ever really been shown to be that. I think he's smart in terms of like innovating with weapons sometimes. Like, he quickly made those nunchucks in Thriller Bark and stuff. But I don't think he's ever like pulling off like 100 IQ plays or anything like that, you know? He outsmarted Nero, but it wasn't like it did ultimately pay off, and he did ultimately outsmart Nero. but it wasn't like a genius sort of outsmarting. Does that make sense? Like, in Frankie's mind, this centaur move was like a brilliant play, and instead it was like, okay, this was kind of dumb. All right, it worked out at the end of the day, but I don't think Frankie... I feel... Let me just say this. I think I have faith that we will land on a character that is smarter than Frankie at the end of the day, personally. JWP, thanks for gifting memberships as usual, man. Holy shit. Everybody say thanks to JWP. I've said this many times before, but like a lot of people in chat have memberships thanks to JWP. Thank you again, JWP, for consistently coming through and gifting people in chat, gifting myself memberships and everything like that. Seriously, man, we always appreciate you here. And yeah, just some W's in the chat for JWP for the future. I think in terms of physical strength, I think Frankie's probably up there in terms of how high you can get. Cybernetic enhancements and all that shit. Because you got to remember that Frankie has been clashing essentially with hockey users and stuff, like physically. Like, he can clash with Toby Ropo and stuff like that, right? I guess he was in the Shogun Frankie, so maybe it doesn't count. But he can clash with strong characters without having hockey, which is rare. So let's get Frankie out of there. Okay. Yeah. Venus Juro. This is good. My first instinct is speed, but I feel like his speed is tied to his... I feel like his speed is probably tied... I should have shuffled this list. Let me do it. I'll do a shuffle right after that. I feel like his speed is tied to his Devil Fruit, right? The Horse Fruit. I feel like it's tied to the Devil Fruit. I imagine he's probably really fast as is, but I don't think we have evidence for that. I think we need to see some evidence for that. I think Battle IQ actually might be high as well, because if you go through and track everything Venus Juro did in the Egghead arc, he was making a lot of really smart just immediately recognizing that he had to freeze the Pacifista is pretty big in my opinion. Freeing the Seraphim. Like, Venus Juro was low-key very, very fast, efficient, and effective. I think the most successful in his tasks out of the Gorosei there. But at the end of the day, it's just hard to trade up Gorosei durability. It's the best durability in One Piece, right? So I'm going to go with Venus Juro is pretty easily injured. Like, I think he got injured by a Sanji kick when Sanji wasn't even... Like, he was straight up bleeding from a Sanji kick when Sanji, I think, wasn't even using his, eyebrow flipped or anything. But I think it still makes... I think just durability is just straightforward. Like, you just get the regen. So with speed, I don't know how much is that versus the Devil Fruit, right? So we said before, speed is separate from fruit, natural body loud, even if altered. Yeah, Warkiri... No, I think Warkiri is stronger than Venus Juro. I'm saying in terms of, like, who completed their tasks the best. Venus Juro... Like, if you look at the biggest W's that the Gorosei got out of that whole thing were... they got their whole Pacifista army back, and they got their Seraphim back, and they got York back. But York is kind of a given, in that York was kind of just like... There wasn't really anyone trying to really guard York or stop York from... I forget exactly how it happened. How'd they get York? Mars got to York. They got York, they got the Mother Flame. So, like, various Gorosei, I suppose, were successful. But Venus Juro got them their whole armies back, right? So, he got the... I think it was just how efficient he was with it. Because, like, Mars and Saturn kind of just walked around till eventually got their shit. But, like, Venus Juro got them their entire Pacifista army back right away. And he got them the Seraphim back right away. Like, very, very valuable stuff right there. Storm with a good point. Are they even confirmed fruit users? I think we have to call them fruit users, because it's just like... If they're not fruit users, then can we not pick them for Devil Fruits? Regen is endurance? No, we're putting regen under durability. So, like, how much does it take to actually damage you? Is what we're gonna put it under. How much does it take to deal lasting damage is what we're gonna define. Endurance is here, let's do some definitions. I understand that there might be differences of opinion in this, but I'm I'm just gonna say durability, just for the purposes of this. Durability equals how much does it take to deal lasting damage? That's just what I'm gonna go with. Endurance equals how much damage, how much, like, what's the word for it? Like, how much, yeah, damage can you actually take, I suppose? How many injuries can you take and how long keep going? Basically that. I put durability in terms of the, like, I put regen in terms of, like, you're not actually getting injured with the regen, right? So endurance to me is like, oh, once you've got your head actually chopped off or whatever, like you're like Whitebeard walking around with half a head. That's what I put endurance under. I feel like regen is the in-between area. Yeah, how much damage can you sustain? Yeah, first of all, okay. Is Venus Juro's speed his fruit or him? He seems really fast, even, like, you get the sense he's probably fast even without the fruit. But the durability is just like a guarantee, right? Like, they're for the purposes of this, I'd like to call the Gorsei's abilities fruits, even if they're not confirmed fruits. The thing is, I feel like there's a lot of characters that could be acceptably fast for us speed-wise. I just think Gorsei durability is hard to pass up. The thing is, we have a solid chance of getting him again, right? There's 4 other Gorsei. It's tricky because I feel like Venus Juro is like the squishiest, like the most easily hurt out of the Gorsei, but he still has Gorsei regen, right? All right, we're gonna go with. I mean, it's a mix, right? So it's like Isis fruit mostly. I'm gonna go with my call. I'm just gonna say Venus Juro for here. If we get another Gorsei for durability, though, then we're kind of fucked, right? Then we're in a little bit of trouble. No, because we could take it for their devil fruit or something like that. So let's go with that. All right. Let me remove him. Let me shuffle this. I should have done that in the first place. All right. Ready? Okay, Lucci. I'll take Lucci for speed. So I think things worked out for us there. I could take Lucci for battle IQ as well. And Lucci actually has pretty good endurance from what we've seen. Lucci actually has phenomenal endurance. We saw how much he can take pre-time skip. So Lucci's actually a phenomenal option because he could be really good for endurance. Because remember, endurance is just straight up like it's relative to you, right? So like we saw, like it's not about like, oh, those were pre-TS Luffy's hits and stuff like that. It's Lucci could take that much, like the damage he's taking scales, like it's relative to him, right? So like even though it's the same way with like nothing happened, right? Even though Zoro's at pre-TS levels of strength, the amount of damage that he actually took, like how, like even just against Zoro versus Mr. 1, right? Like being able to lose however many liters of blood he lost, that still translates to post-time skip. It just takes more to damage you now post-time skip. But in terms of endurance, that's already established by like, that's just relative to wherever you're at that point in time. Like Usopp in the Mr. 4 fight already has top tier endurance by like all standards. It's just he's very fragile, so it takes very little to actually hurt him. Does that make sense? I think I'd take him for speed because I think that he's a easy pick for speed, but like he low-key is extremely high for endurance. He has about the same level of endurance as Luffy, if we're being honest. From that fight. I would argue, like, in terms of their relative strength back then, you could argue that Lucci even took more than Luffy did. And now he's an awakened Zoan. Well, I guess that falls into durability. I don't know. All right, let's go. Let's go with Lucci. We know he's fast. All right. Give me Mihawk. All right. Whew. All right. All right. All right. All right. What do I do with him now? Shit. Oh my god. I might be fucking stuck. I might not get a devil fruit. I might not get a devil fruit. Oh no, I might not get a devil fruit. There's a solid chance. What if I don't get a devil fruit, guys? Battle IQ? Mihawk's a fucking smart guy, right? Shit, Mihawk's so useful, but I actually could have used Jupiter a bit better there. I could have used the devil fruit. I guess I go IQ. Let's go Mihawk IQ. Fuck. I think I just, if I get a devil fruit user this next round, I think I just gotta take it. I fucked up. I didn't think about the possibility of not getting a devil fruit. Give me a devil fruit, man. Okay, we'll take a zone. We'll take the mammoth zone. Don't move. Okay, we'll take the mammoth zone. Oh, but Jack is for endurance. Jack's endurance is so good. It's actually really fucking good. Jack's endurance is actually so good, man. Fuck. Do I be greedy? Do we gamble? An ancient zone is not a bad fruit. An ancient zone comes equipped with some level of endurance, right? How are we doing right now? Like, how's the overall... I don't even know if we beat Kaido right now. We've got, I think, Conqueror's Haki, we're set. We have the infinite regen. That's going to be a problem for him. We're really strong in Haki. I think we have better observation Haki than him. I think we have better Conqueror's Haki than him. I do think Garp has better Conqueror's Haki than what anything Kaido showed. Obviously, Kaido's much stronger than old Garp, but Garp's defects are more so related to other physical ailments, right? In terms of Haki, it's still at least as impressive as Kaido, in my opinion. Sabo is an absolute master of armament Haki. I think in terms of Haki, we're at least as good as Kaido, if not better. I think in speed, you can dice it up however. It's hard to say. Lucci is fast. Kaido's probably... I think Kaido's faster. Kaido should be faster than Lucci. Kaido straight up blitzed Luffy round one. I think Kaido's got a speed and speed. We do have some swordsmanship. Battle IQ... I might just be being... I don't think Kaido's dumb. I think he's got a good battle IQ. Race, we're just humans. Physical strength, we're really banking on the regen. We are really banking on the regen. What the fuck do we do here? Tomato says, why does advanced colorful armament matter if we have advanced Conqueror's Haki users? I don't know. I just included it. TomTom says, I got the wheels link in the DMs. Thank you so much, TomTom. I really appreciate it. Julian, seriously, man. Everybody shouts to TomTom because you just made a wheel that had pretty much all the One Piece characters or a large number of them. So we'll be able to do something pretty fun. Me versus you guys competition most likely in a second. Well, we might do that in next stream. Let's see. Julian Criswell, thanks for the 2. Gun to your head. Sanji gets Conqueror's Haki end of story, yes or no? Gun to my head, no. I don't think he's written like that. Scopper Gaban makes it interesting at the very least. So we need to understand whether Scopper has it or not. I'd say gun to my head, no. But he might. I think the door's definitely open. Gamble with endurance. I think we can gamble with endurance just because... I think let's gamble with endurance because I think we might need the Devil Fruit to push us over the top. I think we might need a better Devil Fruit to push us over the top. Because at this moment, I don't know if we beat Kaido. I think the only reason we'd beat Kaido at the moment is just because... Like, I think in Haki, we pretty much match up fine. I think in I think in hockey we match up fine. We might even I think we have the edge in hockey. I know we're Katakuri definitely has better future sight than Kaido. He just does. Katakuri uses it 24/7. And then in terms of Conqueror's hockey, Garp is good. At least as good as Kaido in my opinion. Even like just Galaxy Impact is the most impressive Conqueror's hockey move that we've seen in recent times. And durability, it's the regen that might save us. So I think right now, but Kaido's still Kaido, and he's got so many Devil Fruit abilities as well, so it can go either way. So I think at this point in time, I'm just going to gamble that, like, Jack's got good endurance. I'm going to go ahead and gamble that we get a Devil Fruit. Because honestly, if we don't get a Devil Fruit, right, like, I don't think us having the Mammoth Zone or not is going to be the game changer here. Because I think, like, imagine this, right? So if we went here with Jack, right? Sure, we get a Mammoth Zone. I don't know if that's, like, a game changer. Like, Kaido's the fucking Dragon Zone. And then Endurance, we get somebody. Even if we get somebody really good with Endurance, it's unlikely we beat Kaido in Endurance, right? So I just don't think anything changes that much, right? Like, even if we get, like, someone like Luffy for Endurance, I think no matter what, I would like some more offensive edge against Kaido at this point, right? So I'd like some more offensive edge. So either we get it or we don't. I think we're functionally looking at a pretty close to the same character, even if we go with Jack and Devil Fruit. Like, even if we get no Devil Fruit here, let's say we get a not Devil Fruit user here, right? Then I think this plus Unknown, I think this version, if we go the safe route, it doesn't really get us closer to doing it. So I would rather just gamble. Because I think already, even with this, we've got a decent argument for beating Kaido. I think it would be, we can debate that or whatever. So I'd rather just go with this and see if we can really push it over the edge. So let's try. All right. Give me someone with a fruit, at least. Thank you. I'll take Robin. Fuck yes. Okay, Robin's fruit is the best thing that we could possibly get. I think Robin is. I think that's it. That's it. Because I've talked, like, in our Devil Fruit tier list and stuff like that, I've talked about in the past, I think Robin legitimately has the strongest fruit in the story. Robin is the only character. Robin has by far the greatest gap in terms of, like, with Devil Fruit, without Devil Fruit. Like, Robin's Devil Fruit alone takes her from being a normal human to being, like, a strong New World character. It is by far the largest buff a Devil Fruit gives a character, by far, because it's exponential. Like, you can have normal, like, the strength of a normal human woman, but with that Devil Fruit, it will make you, like, 1,000,000 times stronger. That's why Oda can't give Robin Haki and things like that. It would just skew things too much. If we can do this shit, like, Garp level Conqueror's Haki, but multiplied, like, 1,000,000, like, it's just too broken. This is easy. Robin has the best Devil Fruit in the story, in my opinion. Just in terms of straight up, like, this, it's not even close. Forget Kaido. I don't think there's any character in One Piece history that could beat this. The whole reason Oda has to nerf Robin so much, and like Robin basically is a 0 in every other category, and Oda has to make it like that. Like, she's maybe battle IQ. Forget battle. She's good in battle IQ, but besides that, she's a 0. She's, like, comparable to a normal human in every other category except her Devil Fruit, and just with her Devil Fruit, it makes her, like, 1,000 times stronger, right? So you take a character that's literally, like, already Kaido level and then give him Robin's fruit, like, infinite limbs that are coated with armament Haki, Conqueror's Haki, battle IQ of Mihawk, like, weapons, it's unfair. And all the arms can regenerate. It's absurd. It's absurd. We one-shot Kaido? Yeah, imagine a Demonio Floor, but, like, coated with Garp level Conqueror's Haki. It's actually absurd. Because the base character as is, even if you remove this, is basically comparable to Kaido himself, right? So now give Kaido Robin's fruit. I think it's basically broken. All right. I think I feel almost wrong. I feel like we got too insanely lucky right there. Because if we'd gotten, like, Aokiji's fruit, that would have been really good. This is almost the ideal pick we could have ever gotten for Devil Fruit, and we got it as the last pick. I feel almost grimy. I feel dirty that we got that. Yeah, I think this is the strongest. If I were to go ahead and just do this, right? If we were to go ahead and do this from same cast of characters, right? If we were to go ahead and do this with same cast of characters, like same rules, I think it would be something like, and you guys tell me where I'm wrong, right? I think it would be something like this. Durability, Warcury, Endurance, Kaido, Conqueror's Hockey, Shanks, Armament Hockey. I don't think it matters, right? It doesn't really matter. If we want to put someone, I'd say we've seen a lot of mastery of Armament Hockey from Sabo, if it matters. Observation, I think still Shanks, but if you're only allowed to pick one, then I would say maybe Mihawk, but we don't have any evidence for that. Mihawk will just put for weapon and weapon skill, so maybe let's just put Katakuri for fun. Devil Fruit plus Mastery. Is it fucking Luffy? Maybe it's Blackbeard, but Blackbeard just matches up really well against. I think Blackbeard, if we're only allowed to pick one, if we're allowed to take Blackbeard, like just the character in general, then we'd pick Blackbeard, right? Because 2 fruits. If we're I feel like that should count, right? Like that's his Devil Fruit abilities, right? So Blackbeard. If we're only allowed 1 fruit, and we make that a stipulation, it might be Luffy. If 2 fruits not allowed, then Luffy? Oh no, Robin. Oh no, I think it's still just Robin. Speed. I feel like with no fruits involved, I think Sanji has a good argument. With no fruits involved. No fruits involved at all, does Sanji have an argument? Like just your base level speed? I think so. Battle IQ, Usopp, or Chopper with brain. No. Chopper's brain point requires a fruit. Race. I still will take a giant over Lunarian. I still think it'd be no, because the average Lunarian is so broken. Right? Like no, because all the Lunarians we've seen have been really strong warriors, right? Like they're Shichibukai clones and shit like that. So I think just at base level, it's probably better to be a giant because like you have everything else just scaled up. Physical strength, I don't know, Garp. Speed, it might be. I don't know. I think speed might be Kaido. Speed actually might be Kaido. I'm not sure. Because I just think back to Kaido's speed blitzing Luffy in Act 1. No Devil Fruit even involved. I think Sanji might have him now. I don't know. Ancient Giant? Sure. Let's put Ancient Giant. Now open that DM, says Tom Tom. Alright. Yeah, anyone tell me anything that's incorrect here? Let's see. Thank you so much, Tom Tom. Holy shit. Damn. Here, let me pull this shit up for you guys. First, let's see the opinion on this thing. This is kind of insane what Tom Tom just slapped together for us. Thank you so much. Hold on. I'll show you guys in a second. Declan Murphy says this is my exact list. Yeah, I feel like this is hard to beat. I think speed, you can debate a few things because it's rare. Like a lot of the fastest characters also have Devil Fruits involved, like a Kizaru, like a Venus Juro, right? So Sanji might be the fastest. I think Kaido might be the fastest. Speed is just hard to tell. I don't think Oda tends to make a huge deal, like because observation hockey's a thing. So like, I don't know. But yeah, the ones I'm confident about Warcury, I'm confident about Kaido, I'm confident about Shanks. Observation hockey might be Shanks as well, except Kaido, because like the future sight Shanks saw was more elaborate than what Katakuri tends to see. But we can't have Shanks twice. Devil Fruit Robin, simple. Speed Sanji, weapon and weapon skill Mihawk. It's pretty straightforward. Battle IQ, I think you could debate. Speed, I think you could debate. Race, you could maybe make the argument for Lunarian. I just think Lunarian matters less once you've got the durability and endurance locked down. So I think the Ancient Giant race now gives you a morphin advantage that you could use. Physical strength, yeah. All right. That was Virgo, not a shout for armament. Demon Bamboo goes crazy. Mr. Nine says, you think Usopp has a better battle IQ than Mihawk? All I know is that let's put it this way. With Usopp's battle IQ, he's able to defeat characters who are literally, like, battle IQ is basically, to me, how far above your weight class can you punch thanks to your intellect, right? If Mihawk has Usopp's battle IQ, then he would just destroy any character in the story. Because the way I view it is that Usopp, literally since East Blue, right? Since his first matchup with, like, Chu, right? He's already able to figure out weight. Like, he is... Chu, Mr. Four, Perona, these are characters who are far, like, Luffy, fucking Luffy. Like, how many hundreds of times stronger is Luffy than Usopp when they fight? Usopp is like, or Chu is like 10 times stronger than Usopp when they fight. Like, there is no character that is able to bridge a gap between, like, weight classes like Usopp is able to do with battle IQ, right? That's how smart Usopp is. Like, he's able to literally, like, even though he has the same strength as, like, you or I, he is able to defeat fishmen, monsters who can swing 4-ton bats, like, literally characters that are 100x stronger than him, right? No other One Piece character is doing that shit. Usopp, by definition, has to have better battle IQ. If Luffy had Usopp's battle IQ, then it would be basically like pre-time skip Luffy defeating Kaido. If Luffy had Usopp's battle IQ. Maybe that's an exaggeration. Maybe you want to say Fishman Island level Luffy defeating Kaido without assistance. That's essentially what it would be. That's the level of gap that we're working with here. For Usopp, every opponent for Usopp is essentially like Kaido. And Usopp still manages to find a way. So, yeah, if you gave Usopp's battle IQ to some of these characters that actually have, like, crazy... A bit like... Usopp's doing the shit he's doing against characters, like, 100 times stronger than him with just his fucking slingshot and random shit he has in his pocket, right? If you gave him these devil fruits, observation hockey to see the future... like weapon abilities, all of these other things to work with, he would be a god, you know? He'd be unstoppable. Yeah, Usopp beat a fucking fisherman with a slingshot, basic ass hammer, and a bottle of booze. Yeah, you gotta remember, like when Mihawk and Shanks fight, they're fighting on an even playing field. With Luffy and, like, Lucci fight, or Luffy and generally any character fight, they're fighting on an even playing field. Like, maybe Luffy's character is, like, 1 weight class up. Usopp's opponents are, like, 10 weight classes up. All right. All right. Continuing on. Do we want to do this? So let me show you what TomTom put together. I don't want the stream to go too long because I do need to eat dinner. I'm eating Factor today because we just got a new batch of it. Let me see. There was something I was supposed to do. Hold on. Oh yeah, we were gonna do a little competition. We could do a little competition. Do we want to do the competition? Competition might take a little bit. I don't want it to take too long. Competition is basically, it would work like this. All right, so this is a shit ton of characters. I haven't even seen the list. This is characters that TomTom has put together. We would roll. You guys get to pick for your roles what you want a character to go into, and I would pick for my roles what I want a character to go into, and we would just fill out the same thing. I think this is a lot of fun. Here, hold on. Yeah. And I'm testing one thing. Penalties, pen. Hold on. Yeah, you guys want to do it? All right, let's do it. I'm seeing one thing first. I was told to figure out what looks best format-wise. TomTom says, Morj, make it so we take turns instead of viewer chat doing 11 in a row. I agree. We'll do turns. I think we'll... Okay, I think I got it. All right. All right, here we go. Yeah, we get different roles. Yeah, we get different roles. I agree. Leonardo Ruiz Vela, thanks a lot. Morj, what do you think the God Valley matchups were? I think so. I personally think it's possible that we got like Garling versus Whitebeard, and that's what Whitebeard was talking about. Maybe we got like I think we got Roger versus Rocks. I think we got maybe like Rayleigh versus Kaido, Gabon versus Big Mom or something like that. I think Garling versus Whitebeard. Wait, but then what did Garp do? I think it's hard to say. I don't know if it... Because I'm sure Garp got some significant 1v1s. Maybe Garp fought Kaido or something. I just feel like Garling versus Whitebeard I think is very possible. And then from there, I don't know. Garp versus Kaido maybe? But Kaido wasn't even that strong at that point. Maybe Garp versus Shiki? I think it's really hard to say. Tom says, well, we know Garling scarred Whitebeard. I don't know. It sounds like it's possible. Morj plug in mic. Oh, is it cutting? Testing 1 2 3. For me, it seems like the mic is still running. Let me know if you experience more mic problems. But for me, it seems like it's working fine. Yeah, Garp at that point in time would have no-diffed Kaido. Testing. Hello. Can you hear me now? How about this? Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Hello. Good? It's good? Is this better? Yeah? Okay. It's still cutting. Shit. Should not be cutting. It's fine? Alright, we'll leave it. Okay. Marcel Beans, thanks for being a Pirate King to your member for 14 months. I wasn't here for a live stream for like 2 months, but your hair really grows fast and you kind of look more defined and muscular. Anyway, I'm excited for the next chapter. Thank you. I appreciate it. I actually have not been going to the gym nearly as much as I should the last few months, but I'm trying to get back into it. So thank you. All right, we'll leave it there. And thanks, Marcel Beans. I do appreciate it. Tom says, I recommend you add a new category that is extra ability / equipment, so some characters have more use, but do whatever you want. I think let's keep it basic, because then it's just like... once we get too many categories, I think it just like... it'll spiral and snowball. Like, let's just call it weapon / weapon skill. Like, Frankie would count for that. You know, some characters would count for that. All right, let's do it. We'll try and fly through it a little bit fast. All right, let's do it versus chat. Round 3, Morj versus chat. Fuck. What the fuck? All right. All right. All right. So we're going to have my picks and your guys' picks. And I feel like for this, yeah, we'll keep the same rules. So like stuff like speed, it's just speed is without devil fruit. Same logic. I'm not going to go ahead and post the rules again. All right. Yeah, here we go. All right. So my picks will be here. All right. Yeah, I think this is just how we'll do it. Yeah. Yeah, this is how we'll be doing it. All right. Extend this out. All right. You guys ready? You guys ready? Let's see. I'm excited. You guys ready? All right, we'll do my roll first. Miss Super. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Also, let's get the streamlines up to 150 real quick. Miss Super from Crow Stray God. I'm sorry about that. Thank you for the 5, man. Thanks for the long time support as well. How would the Straw Hats interact as kids during the flashbacks? Would Sanji and Zoro have gotten along then? Zoro wasn't mean. He wasn't an asshole. I don't think he and Sanji would have clashed that much. Interestingly, so like one of the reasons that Zoro and Sanji clash later on in life, Zoro as a child is more similar. Actually, okay. Zoro as a child is more similar to how he is as an adult than Sanji as a child is to how he is as an adult. Sanji as a child is actually like a lot softer. He's just a lot softer and more like, just more gentle overall. Sanji, as he grows up, it's honestly a lot of Zeph's influence. He becomes very, how to explain? Like, he's got more of an attitude about him. Like, that's why he and Zoro often clash, is that Sanji's got, like, more of, like, a sort of, like, I'm gonna do things my own way sort of streak to him, or, like, nah, that's stupid, or, like, this is bullshit, I'm not gonna do that, or, like, why don't you go fuck off or something. Like, he's much more insulting, much more, like, abrasive. Like, the Sanji that we meet at Baratier is, like, a much more abrasive, just, like, assertive, almost hard-assed character, if that makes sense. Sanji in childhood, particularly during the Germa time, is not like that. Sanji, by the time he has the Zeph flashback, is a little bit more confident and a bit more assertive. He's ready to try and take down Zeph with a knife and everything like that. Like, he's, if I recall, yeah, like, he's a bit more confident and assertive. But when he was a child, he was a lot more soft-hearted, a lot just more gentle. He was just a very gentle kid. A lot of Zoro and Sanji's, like, butting of heads is just that they are both very assertive character personalities that are both very abrasive. That's just generally why they butt heads a lot. Yeah, I think that they would have gotten along. I don't think it would have been friends as kids, but I don't think they would have fought with each other because there's not much to fight about, I don't think. I don't think Zoro would have gone out of his way to try and act the way Sanji's brothers did towards him, so therefore I don't think there would have been that much conflict. I think Luffy would have annoyed a lot of the other kids because, like, a lot of what draws people to Luffy in his adulthood is, yeah, he's like it's not just how funny he is and how endearing he is and everything. Like, he's funny, endearing, and kind-hearted and all of that stuff, but it really shines through in that Luffy is capable and strong and, like, follows through on things and is able to show people who he is through his actions quite a bit. Luffy as a child was not capable. Like, he was fundamentally not capable in most ways. So, like, he's not going to inspire that same sort of faith and camaraderie that the Straw Hats have later on. Like, they might like him as, like, a funny, dopey little brother, but they're not going to respect him or view him like that, basically. Yeah. I think in general, yeah, a lot of the Straw Hats as kids, I think Robin would probably get along with them because they wouldn't, like, be mean to her. I think Usopp, he's just a fun kid. I think Usopp's, like, cowardice and stuff would not have been as big of a deal when he's a kid because, like, that seems to, it just wouldn't, I don't think it would matter to them as much because they're not going to be, like, doing scary shit as much. Chopper would just be lovable, I'm sure. Chopper basically is still a kid. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Straw Hats would have all gotten along as kids, personally. All right, let's get going. So I don't know exactly the characters that you've got in here, Tom. So it's going to be kind of random. So I don't know what the problem is that I don't know what the ceiling is. Can you kind of give a general gist of like what types of characters did you pick? Because if you can give us a general gist, then that helps us understand. Like, if I land on fucking like Ideo, is that really bad by the content? Like, how wide did you spread your net here? You know, like, is Ideo like really bad, or are we looking at also like pre-time skip level characters in here? Because if we got pre-time skip characters in here, then like, that there's a lot of characters that are like dead picks. And we are going to be flying through this a little bit. I almost want to save this for another day. I think I might have to save this for another day because I feel like this is going to take a bit. Because I want to give you guys, like, we have 11 categories for each thing. And I want to give you guys the opportunity to do a poll for each one. So that's going to take, like, at least 15 minutes on its own for you guys to pick your shit. TomTom says a lot. Well, I can do it now. Alive characters we saw actually fight from every arc. However, not everyone, such as Kabaji. All right. Let's try and do it for the sake of TomTom, because you prepared this. So from every arc. So this includes East Blue as well. Okay, so it's including all characters. All right, let's go. I am gonna roll first. I'll bite the bullet for you guys. We'll find out what we're working with here. Oh, all right. I'm starting off pretty strong. All right. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just working with some good luck today. The thing is, Sanji's really good for a lot of these, because Sanji's durability is actually phenomenal, too. I'm going to just go Sanji with speed. I think Sanji speed. I think that's a pretty straightforward pick. All right. Phenomenal starting point. All right, your guys' turn. Let's see what you all have to work with. Blamio, thanks for the 5. Hey, I was a member for a long time, but I had to unsub for personal reasons. Oh, no worries, man. Thank you for the long time support. You guys got a pretty good pick. Thoughts on what/who on Joy Boy era Zoro would be? He must have had a right hand too. So I personally think that's an interesting question, because I personally feel like the will of D is the will of the Dawn Pirates, like Joy Boy's crew. So I think that a lot of characters that we see today are descendants, I think a lot of the D lineages that we see today are descendants of like the OG Roger Pirates. So I wouldn't be surprised if like Roger's line, right? Like if we imagine that Joy Boy's line is one line, right? I feel like Roger's ancestor may have been the right hand on that ship or something, right? Like Roger and Ace's ancestor. Because I think like Jaguar D Sol, like that line traces back to some Dawn Pirates group. Trafalgar Water traces back there. Blackbeard's line traces back there. So I feel like Roger would probably have been the next strongest in that right hand there. I think that's possible. All right. People are going race. It seems like everyone's saying race. All right, let's do race. That's pretty good. I think that's strong. That's really strong. Seems pretty unanimous from you guys. All right. So chat wants Hadruden. Giant is tough to deal with. All right. Let's go. This is fun. Refresh the page. You change it so it only takes 3 seconds for a spin, so it doesn't go as long. That's okay. The spin is fun. Apu! Apu's fruit, I think, is good. I think it's a strong fruit because you don't know how to stop it initially, right? You don't know how to stop it. I think his fruit actually might be good enough to use. I don't think he belongs anywhere else. I could go with the race, so the battle IQ. But I think his fruit actually, for like a round 1 matchup, like if you don't have any knowledge, I think his fruit right off the bat is very good. And it worked multiple times on Luffy, who's a character most people would say has good battle IQ, and Luffy has future sight, and I think Luffy was still being thrown by Apu's abilities. Right? I think canonically Apu's actually a pretty difficult character to deal with right there. Let me double check. See, chapter 970 something maybe? Whoops. No, it would be 970. It would be like 980. Yeah, okay. That's actually a great call. So Luffy, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Apu does that shit. Zoro says, here comes another one. I know. I think it's a good fruit. I think it's actually, like, they literally don't... Like, Zoro and Luffy are not dumb characters in terms of battle IQ. I think it's a good fruit. I actually might go fruit. I might go fruit with Apu. It's a really good fruit for first, like, for a one-off fight. Yeah, one-off matchup, I think it's a really good fruit. It's just in the hand. Like, I think Oda does this sometimes, where if he's got really good fruits, he sometimes just gives them to characters that aren't as combat effective, like, or not as strong in other areas, like a Robin and her fruit or something like that, just to tone down the effectiveness of the fruit. So I think, objectively speaking, even though Apu's a silly character, I think the fruit is good. You guys got a Hawkins. You guys tell me what you want to do with that. Here's what I'm seeing. Remember, things like durability and such are not fruit related. So it's without the fruit. It's just like as you are. So you can't just go Hawkins because of the durability. That stuff is base level. Base level. You are allowed alterations like Sanji's Germa exoskeleton or Frankie or whatever. So this is your guys' pick. This is your guys' call. Seems like people are saying fruit. Fruit. Yeah, the fruit is good for immortality. The fruit is good for immortality. Okay, I'll give you guys a poll for fruit or IQ. Guys, this fruit is horseshit. Well, these are the options you got. Observation. I can throw an observation, but I don't think he showed that much. I don't think he ever showed, like... He must have been using some level of observation, but it didn't seem, like, effective in battle observation. It seemed like if he sat down and really planned or looked ahead or something, he could figure out something there. Character design. Alright, it seems like people are leaning fruit, so I'm going to go fruit. Also, let's get the stream lengths up to 150 real quick. Alright. The fruit is good in the immortality sense, but, like, as long as you've got enough bodies. So it is useful in that sense. It is actually useful. Alright. Let's go here. My spin. Tom says Chad is throwing up jumping off a bridge. Thank you for your hard work, Tom. I do appreciate it. Looks like I'm getting Cavendish. Oh, shit. Could have gone speed with Cavendish and use Sanji for something else. Sanji is probably faster. Sanji is faster, I assume, but like Sanji could have worked for other things. Like I could have used Sanji for durability. Cavendish I really just want to use for speed. Maybe weapon and weapon skill or battle IQ. Because I think I think Cavendish was relatively smart as well from what I recall. I'll go weapon skill. Keep it simple. Alright, you guys. Here we go. We're getting a lot of Dressrosa picks here. Alright. What do you guys want with him? What do you guys want with him? I'm sorry, Chad. This is not my fault. This is not rigged. This is Tom's choice. We got Bellamy. You want his Conqueror's Hockey? What do you guys want with this guy? He has armament. Speed, he doesn't get... Speed is independent of his fruit. Remember rules. Speed is separate from fruit. You guys think he's fast? I can give you his speed. I'm just trying to help you guys out. IQ? Yeah, it's part of his devil fruit. All right. Weapon for a throwaway. Observation or IQ. He is due. Race. You already checked that off. All right. I'll give you guys a poll. I'm seeing. I think you guys are not going with speed. I see some people going with battle IQ. IQ, strength, armament. Anything else? All right, let's go. Can we get a reroll? No, none of us get rerolls. I'm trying to eat dinner. All right, looks like we're going with. Oh no, this is tight. Everyone, get your votes in. I'm gonna take off armament hockey. No, I'll keep armament hockey because it's possible we don't get advanced conquerors hockey users, in which case armament matters. All right, looks like we're going with Bellamy for IQ. For you guys. All right. I think that's fair. Like, he's not bad. He's fine. I'm sorry, guys, but I feel like my bad luck's about to kick in. It'll be my turn soon. How strong is my character so far? Apu's ability, Sanji's speed, Cavendish's sword skill, Vanderdecken. I'll go race. Oh fuck, I fucked this up. Yeah, I'll go race. He didn't have anything else that I can recall, right? Don't know how it's spelled. It's good enough. Alright. Alright, y'all. Go ahead. Yeah, I think a fisherman's fine. Oh, you guys got a good one. This is solid. I think this is a really good one. Alex says, well, out of all the fishermen, he's the scrawniest. Yeah, but it's just his race. I get his race. So it's not like I get his body. I just get the race that he is. Devil fruit, you guys already picked. So these are the options you have available. Because devil fruit, you took Hawkins' devil fruit. So you can take other thing. You can take his observation or his weapon and weapon skill. Right? I'll do observation or weapon, but I think either's a good choice. It's tricky because Van Augur is probably like top 2 in his weapon ability in the world. Like arguably, maybe top 2. But observation matters more. Like it carries more weight than being good at sniping from what we've seen. So it's tricky. Yeah, I think I would go sniping as well. This is fun. I like this. This is fun. We might do this again. This is fun. Might do this with other. I could do this with other content creators as well. All right. Here we go. Thank you, TomTom. Seriously, shouts to TomTom again for making this. Also, let's get the stream likes up to 150. Katarina Devon. Fuck. What the fuck does she have? I don't think she's got anything. Nothing of use to me, right? Is she smart? I'm just gonna go battle IQ because you guys also don't have great battle IQ, so I feel like it like evens out. I'll just do a throwaway. I think we're both on the shallow side of the IQ pool. Or like we're fine. We're standard. She outsmarted Moria? That's a good point. She did outsmart Moria. What would you guys like? What would you guys like? I know what I'd pick. This is a tough one to beat. This is very difficult. We're both dumbasses. This is silent. Yeah, we're... I think it's durability, right? You guys are just going to go durability? It's got to be durability, right? I'll give you guys durability. Just seems like that's the consensus. Fuck. Oh, God. Please give me a fucking gore. Please give me something. Give me a Gorse or someone. Alright, ready? I could see Conqueror's Hockey for him, but he hasn't shown advanced Conqueror's Hockey, so unless it's an advanced Conqueror's Hockey user, it doesn't really matter. Because there's no difference between being a... Ah, fuck, Sasaki. Shit. Does he even have fucking armament? I'll go physical strength for Sasaki. I'm gonna hold out for hopefully someone better. In terms of... Because durability, endurance, I don't think he even showed that much. He kind of just went down to Frankie. And this was like when Frankie... I can't be winning against any strong character if I've got like a level of endurance or durability where I just went down to Frankie. You know? So I think I just got to hold out for someone better. I'll take his physical strength. Might be over. Look... The big guns still haven't come out yet. There's still time for me to find a Conqueror's Hockey user or something. Give me something. What did you guys get? Pika. Pika's not bad. Pika's not bad. In the grand scheme of things, Pika's not bad. Where do you guys want him? He has armament. He has physical strength, armament. I don't think Pika has great endurance because he goes down the first time he's cut by Zoro, right? I think he gets cut by Zoro's 1080 pound cannon, but only like a little bit, and then he gets cut once by Sanzen Sekai. I think armament, yeah, he's good for armament. I would agree. I think I'd go armament here as well. Oh my god, I wrote durability for this. I'm dumb. Jupiter. I'm seeing people going armament more than anything. Devil Fruit you guys already have. Hey, TomTom, no helping. No helping. Yeah, I fixed it, TomTom. Okay, Cracker. Whew. Alright, I'm gonna go armament for Cracker. Cracker's armament is canonically better than Doflamingo and Luffy until he did the Udon training. So that's pretty good. I think Cracker's a solid one. I think Cracker's good. All right. Your guys' turn. All right, I got a little lucky there. What would you guys like her for? I got a freebie there. I don't know what you guys are taking her for. But, that kind of sucks. I don't know. Her physical strength is not bad. Her physical strength is not bad. It's not rigged. TomTom made this. Strength? You guys going physical strength? Ferris says we don't want. Physical strength or speed? It seems like I'm seeing physical strength in general. She's not weak. Like, it's just pre-time skip strength. Endurance would be really bad, because I think she doesn't take that much damage. All right. Miss Merry Christmas. I think Miss Merry Christmas is the first true dud that we've had. Because the rest are all, like, post-time skip characters. This is the first, like, fucking pre-time... Tom, my one minor edit would be I think it's not right to include pre-time skip characters. Because it's just too much of a gap if you're getting, like, a Baroque Works pre-time skip. Because, like, the rest are, like, low to... We're generally dealing with, like, low to mid-level post-time skip characters, like New World characters, and then some higher-end ones, like Jupiter, Cracker, Sanji, stuff like that. But in general, it's all, like, middle of the line. But then once you've got, like, pre-time skip, it just screws it up. Alright, let's go. We're almost done. Bonnie. This is not good. This is simply not good. This is simply not good. I think Bonnie has good endurance. I might be wrong. No, I don't know if I don't think she does. I know she doesn't have good durability. I don't think she's even shown observation hockey. I think I gotta go endurance. Good luck with your 12-year-old character. I think Bonnie can take some damage, though, because she's got strong willpower. So I don't think that that's crazy. Fuck, man. Hold on. Hold on. What hockeys does Bonnie have? Does she have observation? Let's see. In terms of hockey... I don't think she's established to have observation. Fuck, man. Just reading Bonnie's physical abilities. The thing is, she is good at some things, but just not the things that are left. Fuck. Okay, I'm going to make a little bit of a gamble. I think that there's not... I'm going to gamble. With this, alright? I'm going to gamble. You guys have 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls left. 4 rolls left. Conqueror's Hockey doesn't matter unless you land on an advanced Conqueror's Hockey user. I'm going to gamble that you guys won't land on an advanced Conqueror's Hockey user. So I'm going to throw away my Bonnie pick. I'm just going to put her down for Conqueror's Hockey. And then we'll see what comes. Alright? If you guys get an advanced Conqueror's Hockey user, then GG. I think it is what it is. Yeah. Surely, MOH says surely she has observation. I don't think she has observation, though. I don't know. Silences, but you need Conqueror's Hockey more than we do. We have Jupiter's durability. I'm banking on being able to toss you guys into the ocean or some shit. That's kind of what I'm banking on right now. Because I'm fast. I can swim. I have good armament hockey. I have better armament hockey than you. Yeah. Tom Sauce says, I guess if we get a fast character, we win. I'm faster, I think. I got Sanji. Alright, you guys just roll. Please don't get Conqueror's Hockey. Or even if you get Conqueror's Hockey, it doesn't... don't get Advanced Conqueror's Hockey. That's my hope. If you get Advanced Conqueror... If you get an Advanced Conqueror's Hockey user, I'm probably losing anyway. Jack. That is tough. What do you guys want? I imagine endurance. This is gonna be rough. You guys have a fucking tank. This is gonna be fucking rough. Should I just pencil him in? I just put him down. Yeah. All right, here we go. All right, comeback trail. Come on. Whew. All right. It's a fight. It's a battle. What are we doing here? Do we just tie it up? Because Mars has Conqueror's Hockey, but again, it doesn't matter at this point, right? I think we just tie it up. Even Steven. So that's a wash. Now it's a tie there. So now we have to just sort it out the old-fashioned way. No bullshit regen. Just cross it off, right? Your guys' turn. This is exciting. Is it endurance that we agree? No, it's durability is what we put it for. Oh shit, you guys got Hyogoro? But he's not a Conqueror's Hockey user, so I think I'm fine. You could pull him for observation. Unless you want him for Conqueror's Hockey. Oh, you have speed. I forgot. You've also got speed to fill out. I'll just give you guys the poll. You want observation? Yeah, I'll give you guys the poll. Does Hyogoro have observation? I think we can fairly assume Hyogoro has observation. Yeah, he's not fast, and it's their current strength, not their prime. Current strength, not prime. So I would recommend take observation. All right. All right, we're getting there. All right, I got 2 rolls left. That Beppo. I'll take Beppo's endurance. Mink. Something there. Alright, your guys' turn. You guys got speed and Conqueror's Hockey. No! No! Oh no! You guys got a really fast character. Oh shit. He's so fast. Oh shit. That's a pretty fast character, right? God damn it. Oh no, it's over. Oh god. think it's over. I think there's one argument I have against this, but we'll get into it when we get into it. There's one argument I got. All right, let me get my last roll, and this will be my observation hockey user. Please be at least good at that. Kiku. Does she even have that? All right, whatever. God damn it. Oh, shit. All right. And then your guys' speed is... Please be someone really fucking slow. Please be Gaimon. Oh, TomTom said it wouldn't be someone like Gaimon. No. No. Ah, shit. Okay, I can take solace in knowing that the Bonnie gamble was correct, because I did not pick up an advanced Conqueror's Hockey user after her, so it would have been a wasted slot regardless. Conqueror's Hockey is only a good slot if you could get advanced Conqueror's Hockey. So Bonnie wasn't a wasted pick. I wasn't going to get an advanced Conqueror's Hockey user anyway. Here's my argument against Mihawk. The only argument I have against Mihawk, okay? We can assume he's an advanced Conqueror's Hockey user, correct? But... as far as we know, he mostly just does that with swords, right? Because I don't know, can Zoro throw an advanced Conqueror's Hockey punch? I don't think Zoro can. And Mihawk does not get a sword in this scenario. That's my only argument. I don't think Mihawk can do advanced Conqueror's Hockey punches. I think that there's too little evidence to suggest that. I think that's my only argument. I don't think Zoro can throw an advanced Conqueror's Hockey punch. I don't think he knows how. I think Mihawk is probably a master of advanced Conqueror's Hockey. But as far as we know, if we're using Zoro as the basis, Zoro, Odin, I don't think these characters can do it as a punch. I'm just saying. I definitely don't think he can use it with a gun. That's all I'm saying. Who am I kidding? You guys have me beat in general. Durability and endurance, you guys have Jack, so you guys get it. In terms of hockey, I have the better armament hockey, but then you guys have obviously Conqueror's Hockey. Observation, you guys have better observation hockey, I would presume. I've got a good fruit, but I don't think I can do enough damage with the fruit to really fuck things up. So I think I'd have you guys confused for a bit, but then your character would figure it out. It is Bellamy, so it's not the smartest character, but I think he would eventually figure it out. Apu's fruit is very useful if you're trying to take someone out quickly, but we can't because he got Jupiter's durability. And Hawkins makes it even more difficult to just deal. Like, I think all of Hawkins hard counters Apu's fruit, if I think about it, because, like, it wouldn't even stun Hawkins, right? Like, just any damage that hits Hawkins just gets transferred over, so it's actually a really bad matchup. Speed, I've got you guys beat, but it's not that big of a deal. You guys have more weapon skill than me. Battle IQ is a wash. You guys have a better race. Physical strength, I've already spent most of the first half of stream explaining why it's not a big deal. JWP, thanks for the 5. Gorsa durability plus Hawkins voodoo dolls equals immortal. Lol. The one thing about Hawkins voodoo dolls that is a good deal, it is immortal. This is just a stacked ass. This might be the hardest character to damage in One Piece history right here that you guys have in chat. The good thing about Hawkins' ability that I think people don't talk about as much is, like, it's not just that you heal from damage, or, like, it's not just that things don't affect you, it's that the attacks get redirected, right? So it's like, for example, if Apu used his fruit on, like, Venus Juro or Jupiter or something, it would still blow them up for a second, in theory. Like, it would still blow up Venus Juro's face for a second, or, like, head for a second or something. He would just heal right away. But with Hawkins, it's just gonna transfer, like, something will happen, but it doesn't even phase him. It just goes to the next person. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm fucked. I do still argue that I don't think Mihawk would be, like, Mihawk's Advanced Conqueror's Hockey is as effective as you guys are thinking. Because, again, I imagine it's, like, Zoro's level of proficiency with, like, Zoro would have zero ability to use Advanced Conqueror's Hockey on bullets, I think. I think he cannot do that. And then in terms of punching and kicking and shit, I don't think he can use Advanced Conqueror's Haki effectively. Mihawk obviously has like decades of experience though, so I'm sure he'd be able to manage somewhat, but I don't think it's as straightforward. All right, guys, just coat the gun. I don't think it's that simple. I don't think you could hand Zoro a gun and just be like, oh yeah, use Advanced Conqueror's Haki on this. I don't think you could have Luffy a gun and just be like, use Advanced Conqueror's Haki on this. Yeah. All right, everybody. Advanced Conqueror's Haki bullets is easy. No, because you have this character's level of proficiency in Conqueror's Haki, so you would need. I don't know. I don't know how it translates exactly, because it's essentially like you can do the things this character can do with Conqueror's Haki, but then does that logic follow? Because then, like, if we got Mihawk for weapon and weapon skill, can Mihawk use Advanced Conqueror's Haki sword attacks? I don't know. Either way, I think we'll debate this another time, because I think I do want to do something like this again. So we'll figure out the specifics later. But this was a lot of fun. You guys did win. Congratulations. I think I was done once we hit Mihawk, but it was a close race till then, in my opinion. Yamil Diaz, thanks for the 2. A giant sniper rifle is like a cannon. Yeah, it would be, well, I think even a lot bigger. Andrew Nami says Mihawk can code a bullet in Advanced Conqueror's Haki, lol. We haven't even seen Mihawk use Conqueror's Haki, period. Let alone Advanced Conqueror's Haki on a sword, let alone Advanced Conqueror's Haki on a bullet. So I think that's a lot of assumptions right there, in my opinion. But we will let it slide, because I do think just the fact that you have an Advanced Conqueror's Haki user, whereas I don't, I think it's just, I think it skews too hard. I think that there's just no way to get around that. All right, everybody. Yeah, Mihawk, it's time to learn. We fight for infinity. Oh, shit, that's also true. He could just learn over the course of the fight, because there's too much regeneration. All right, everybody, this was a really fun stream. First of all, again, shout-outs to TomTom for setting this up, because that was really, really helpful. Shout-outs to TomTom. I do appreciate it a lot, man. And yeah, this was fun. Mr. Nine says, I named this character Blunderbussy. That's funny. This was a lot of fun, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah,